My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. First, Lucius decides to not work, meaning that we have to play this game instead. And then, after that, this is the 10th episode, and let me just audio check, please. After that, yep, audio check is fine. So, 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. I hope to finish it in 9 episodes, but we finished the 9th episode yesterday, and now this is episode 10, and it truly is the sad reality of the situation. Fuck it. If we finish it this episode, I'm gonna go back, and I'm gonna, instead of numbering the episodes 1 through 10, I'm gonna redo all the thumbnails and everything, and I'm gonna re-number them 0 through 9. Cause fuck me. I want to end on episode 9, god damn it. Let's get into the game. I haven't even opened the game. We literally failed miserably at streaming Lucius. Like, what was it? Like, yeah, like 10 minutes ago. This is dumb. This is very dumb. Is my... Where's my, face cam? There we go. This is just a day rife with technical issues. God damn. Yeah, we'll resume from here. And look at that! The stream isn't running at 15 FPS. Isn't that remarkable? Yeah, let me just, make sure that, yep, everything looks fantastic. So let's get to it.
Why?
In case any of you were not here last time, we went down here. We finished the Zero Lost ending, which then allowed us to continue the 3 Left Behind ending, and yeah, we've got some stuff to go through. Well, let's do it.
Why did Zero make Mr. X wear Snake's clothes?
Well, I mean, we don't know this, not in this timeline, but in the other timeline, we do know that he was trying to essentially goad Ace into killing him.
How would that benefit Zero? I don't get it. What the hell does any of it mean? And I have no idea how I got the passcode for the coffin either.
That also implies that Zero knows that Ace is, I forgot what the word is for someone who can't see faces.
Truth had gone, and truth had gone.
Right, yeah.
Where did those words come from?
You in an alternate timeline.
Why did I feel compelled to push the buttons on the bracelet after hearing them? All I know is my fingers moved on their own. It was like I did it subconsciously. I don't get it. What the hell does any of it mean? Also, Snake and Clover had been subjects in a similar experiment 9 years ago.
And Santa as well.
The ability to access a morphogenetic field is affected by a couple of things.
It's also worth noting the fact that, in the other timeline, we had not any information about the fact that Clover and Santa were both part of the Nonary games as well as Snake. So I guess we'll see how that plays into everything.
First is Epiphany, and the other is Danger. And someone did actually die.
Snake, I mean, Santa's sister? At least that's what I would assume, because I know, out of the people that we do know participated in the Nonary game, Clover and, Snake, siblings. Lotus's 2 kids, siblings. Which makes sense that that the selection process involved pairs of siblings. In which case, it makes sense that, Santa's sister was also part of the Nonary game, and she's likely the girl that died.
Girl. Her name was...
There had been another experiment conducted on this same ship 9 years ago.
And we also learned that Seven actually investigated the case, and he actually told us the name of the girl who died, but I don't remember exactly what it was.
And
But
the
if
girl had died during it.
But if I hear the name of Santa's sister, I should be able to recognize it.
Morphogenetic field theory. The 2 murders.
3.
Switching clothes. The nonary game. Huh. 0. He's the ringleader. The person who trapped 9 of us on this sinking ship. 0 should know everything.
Yes, and yet, in one instance, he lost.
If we can uncover 0's identity, all of our questions will be answered.
We've also established for a fact that neither Ace nor Snake are 0. Because during the 0 Lost ending, we actually managed to have a conversation with 0 at the very end, despite the fact that Snake and Ace had both died. So, there's that.
At any rate, we'll have plenty of time to decipher the details later. For now, it is of utmost importance that we escape.
Okay.
Junpei, it was 4:30 the last time you checked the clock, yes?
I don't remember.
That means we have less than an hour. We must hurry.
Oh, is the deadline 5, I guess?
Hey, how are we gonna get out of here?
Isn't that obvious? Through the other number 9 door.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, with the 4 of us here, we can go
With
through.
Snake, we can open the door.
Don't tell me you hadn't figured that out.
Come on, you gotta tell me these things.
I, assumed you'd figured it out.
Forget it. Let's just get going.
I like 7. He's nice. He's more street smart than anything, I guess.
All right, you guys ready to go?
Yes.
Yep.
So this time the situation is quite similar, right? Ace and Lotus are heading ahead while me, 7, and Snake are falling behind them. The difference now is that we have Clover with us. In the advanced party, there's also June and Santa. And the one in control isn't Ace, but Santa. He has the gun. So I guess we'll see
yet.
how that plays out.
Huh?
Before we go in, I'd like to check something.
You want to check something?
Yeah, but before I do, 7, could you pull the lever? I want to make sure we can verify with just the 4 of us.
What do you mean? We don't need...
Just do it, alright? But if the door opens, don't go in yet, okay?
Sure.
Please, this is really important.
All
I
right.
really need to check this, okay? Work with me here.
Fine.
What does he want to check out? Okay, so last time we went through the other door. This time we're going through here. Interesting. I don't think I saw dead.
Alright, that means the 4 of us can go into door 9.
So, we knew that already. It's obvious.
Obvious. Yeah, you're right. It is. Now, what happens if we add 0's bracelet?
Yes, okay. Well, we did establish the fact that the 0 bracelet is actually number 6, I think?
What?
0's bracelet?
Why don't you take it out, Clover?
So you did know I had it.
Of course you did. You chopped off his arm in an alternate
I
timeline.
picked it up because I thought it might be useful sometime.
This was on the left hand of the corpse in the captain's quarters.
Yes, but we have established that it's not actually 0. It's, I believe it was 6, but I'm not 100% sure on that, because it was, calculator. We had 7, me, that's 3, so yeah, it would have to be 6, right? 7, 6, 5, 9. Yep, perfect.
If you look at it, you can see it's got a 0 on the face.
Right.
Just to make this a little easier to talk about, I'm gonna call the guy we found dead in the captain's quarters, Cap.
Just call him Zero, dude.
Then I should be able to open door 9 with just me, Clover, and his bracelet.
You, Clover. Right, yeah, makes sense.
Though the big question is, if Cap is the mastermind of this game, would he really put one of these bracelets on?
Well, we already established that it's 6.
Anyway, let's just give it a shot. Clover, give me your hand.
Okay.
Now the captain's bracelet.
It's nice to see her alive again.
And pull the lever. I knew it. Now, what does this tell us?
It's not 0.
Maybe the bracelet has to be on your wrist in order for it to work?
No.
No, that's impossible. Did you see how the panel showed a 3rd asterisk when I scanned Cap's bracelet? Whether or not it's on your wrist doesn't matter.
Exactly. And this is also what's going to clue us in to the fact that possibly Ace was the murderer.
All you have to do is put the
Murderer.
bracelet near the panel for it to register.
Huh. Looks like you're right.
See? So what does that mean? There's only one possibility.
That bracelet isn't the number 0. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
That's
Then what number is it?
It's
Let's
6.
find out.
The bracelet with this combination. 7 Junpei Cap. Yeah.
Let's try 7, me, and Cap. If this combination opens the door, then Cap's bracelet is number 6.
Right. Which is interesting.
Had the door opened.
Like, I understand it being 0, I would understand it being 9, but 6? 6 is such a specific number. Why would it specifically be 6? It doesn't quite make sense.
What? Why? What does that mean?
Isn't it obvious? Cap's bracelet is number 6.
But doesn't it say 0?
This isn't a 0. The symbol on here isn't a number 0. It's a letter O.
Ah. Right, because it's, yeah.
Whoa, wait a minute. I don't get it.
O is in, is in the captain's quarters. Right, I forgot about this because, you know, it was so long ago that we played through the captain's quarters. But in the captain's quarters, everything is in hexadecimal, or I guess just more than hexadecimal even. So O is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. O is 15, the digital root of 6. Right. So his bracelet is actually the 15th bracelet for some reason, I guess. That makes sense. So there's not really any underlying motive for it to be specifically 0. It's just that they wanted to use the whole hexadecimal numbering scheme.
I mean, we figured out that Cap's bracelet is 6, right?
Yeah.
Does that mean there are 2 people with 6s?
No, there's a 15, but then that also kind of implies that there's other numbers, maybe?
There is most likely only one person with a 6.
That's June.
I don't get it. What about June?
Yeah, it makes sense that Junpei would only figure this connection out in this timeline, because this is the only timeline where he actually found the bracelet and realized that it's, you know, in a room that's in a puzzle entirely based on hexadecimals.
Well, this is only an educated guess, but I think June's number was never 6 to begin with.
Okay.
Her bracelet was flipped.
June is 9? I mean, yeah, 9 and 6 are, you know, you do flip them, but like, we did use her bracelet on the doors. It did activate properly.
In other words, June's real number is
9.
That seems the most likely.
Then all this numbered door stuff was just a load of crap?
Why would you say that?
Because if June is 9, then the numbers wouldn't match up.
Exactly.
Here, look.
List of all the numbered doors June's gone through.
Right.
I'll let you know what I'm writing, okay, Snake?
Right. If you were to change the 6 for a 9, they wouldn't add up.
And that's everything. I wrote down which door she went into and with whom.
Right.
And I wrote what all the numbers were. So if you switch 9 in wherever there's a 6, the numbers don't work. If the digital root is 7, then you can't open door 4. If the digital root is 2, then you can't open door 8.
Clover, do you notice anything interesting on that list?
Anything interesting in this list?
What do you mean?
You're talking about 3, right?
Yeah, how it adds up to 9.
3?
6 is flipped. It's 9. But if that's the case, then how does it work out in the other cases?
Santa's always in the room with her. That's what you're saying, isn't it?
Oh, 3 Santa, right.
Yes, that's right.
True.
What about it?
6, 3 is 9. Right, it's always just the digital root of the whoever else is left over plus Santa and June, because together they're 9.
That's quite simple, really.
Santa is 0. That's actually... That makes a lot of sense. Because by always being with June, Santa... Right, if Santa's real number is 0, right? But it appears to be 3, by always being with June, he can hide the fact. Because 0 plus 9 is 9, but also 6 plus 3 is 9. Not to mention the fact that the one time where we did speak to 0 at the end of the last case, Santa was the only person who we didn't see. So he was always the most likely suspect in that situation. And him being 0 also makes quite a lot of sense in, you know, why he then decided to take the gun out, but at the same time, this still fails that explanation. Does that then mean that there were actually 2 number 9s?
You told me that the first time you came to this room, Santa was the first to refuse to leave June behind.
Yes, that I do remember. Every single situation, right? I remember because I was trying to figure out what Santa's motives were like, right? And in every single situation, right, because there were 2 situations in which Santa encounters this room without June. And in both cases, he has the ability to get out. But rather than that, he decides to go back for her. Because in reality, Santa can never go through a door without June, lest he expose himself as 0. It's also why the reds don't actually display the number, just asterisks, because then it would also clue into the fact of his real identity. And that explains it. I did theorize that there was, for some reason, Santa always took June with him. And this explains why. Because June is his cover. And in fact, if we actually take a look at some of the other path lines, right, in this one, we go with Santa, June, and Lotus. In this one, Santa and June go this way. Here, we are with, Lotus, so Santa and June. And then here, it's Santa and June. Meanwhile, if we choose to go down here, Santa and June come with us. And if we choose to go down here, then, Santa and June just stay behind, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, that actually, it all works out perfectly for Santa to be 0.
Now, doesn't that beg the question why? Why would Santa do such a thing?
That's exactly what I was asking. Why specifically June? and her being 9 and him being 0 makes sense completely.
The answer is easy. Because Santa can't open door 9 with only 7 and Lotus.
He needs June.
Of course, there's only one reason for that. His number isn't actually 3. Santa's real number, 7? Would you be so kind as to modify my sister's equations?
Yeah, sure. This is what you were getting at, right, Snake?
Thank you. That is exactly right, 7. Santa's true number wasn't 3. It was 0.
No way. Santa is 0?
And June was 9, not 6.
Yes, and this is a very compelling theory that I actually quite like. But that also implies that there were 2 number 9s. Unless the 9th man was actually 3.
Conversely, Santa was 0, not 3. Plus 3 and minus 3, they cancel one another out. Nothing appears out of order.
Exactly.
Santa was still playing by the rules of the nonary game this whole time.
Exactly.
Precisely.
And my theory is correct. If Santa is one of us, he has the 0 bracelet. And for that to work, yeah.
So you're saying Santa planned this whole thing?
I'm not sure if he acted alone or not.
It's highly unlikely. This is way too intricate for a single person to have been able to pull this off. But then again, it also makes sense for him to actually want to take his revenge on Ace, since, well, after all, he also participated in the Nonary game. He was one of the victims of Ace.
But I think it is safe to conclude that he is 0. If my hypothesis is correct.
And as much as I love your hypothesis, my boy, does that mean there were 2 9 bracelets? Hopefully someone brings this up?
Snake's hypothesis. Something doesn't seem right. June's bracelet being flipped. Even if that were possible, that would mean there are 2 number 9 bracelets.
Exactly, thank you.
If that's the case,
All right, that's enough talking.
True.
Let's go.
We're wasting a lot of time
It's high
here.
time we went through that door.
Interesting.
Oh, it's right there.
Hold on. Could it? Alright, I'm gonna get to the next scene so that I can, return to it, but there's something I want to check out. Because this will confirm Snake's theory, if I'm right about this.
All right, let's keep going.
I think these stairs go to the bottom deck.
Are we in a new area yet? No, not
Let's
yet.
try.
Let's head down.
Look, all I'll say about my,
Hey, it's a...
is the 3rd door. And we'll get to that in a second.
This is the Neptune symbol. There must be a key around here somewhere.
Right.
Neptune key. I only have the Uranus key card.
It's a different planet. Plus, it's the wrong kind of key.
Exactly.
Turn around and go back for now.
Yeah.
There must be some kind of way to
Hey,
find
another
it.
door. And a card reader this time.
Ah, is that Uranus?
It's the Uranus symbol.
Yes.
This is the place.
It's a lot of hmms, I guess. The library. They mentioned this in the Alice thing. Something about the you go through the center of knowledge or something, and you get to the coffin. Hold on, I need to go back to that scene specifically, I think.
It's totally full of books.
Right, I do remember the library being mentioned. And it
There's
being
so
very
many.
important.
I don't know where to look.
All right, if we want to get through that door out there, we need the Neptune key. I say we split up and look for it.
Okay.
Very well.
Sure thing.
Good. Let's get started then. We don't have a lot of time. Hurry.
There we go. Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the Forest of Knowledge. Exactly. Soon as, for reasons he didn't fully understand, Junpei felt those particular words float through his mind. Yes. And, do we have the map of, that deck specifically? That's the staircase. We are in... I don't remember what deck we're on. Is this it? Yes, okay, so... Aha! So this is the chapel. Hold on. So this is the chapel, which can be accessed. So yeah, this is the entrance to the chapel where we come in. This is the coffin. This is the number 9 door that Santa went through. And this is our number 9 door. This number 9 door goes through this hallway, which eventually leads to various different areas. This burned out area is, well, the Fountain of Knowledge, or whatever the fuck it's called, the library, and then the chamber where Alice sleeps. Yes, oh, that's a big door. Okay, here we are. Very cool. How the hell did Ace get through this place? With just Lotus. Okay, well, since we're not in a escape room yet? What? Huh? Okay, now I'm just confused. Why is that not marking it on our map, even though it says that we're clearly there? Well, I don't care. What I wanted to check was specifically back here. This, the third door.
Sorry, Santa, but I still want to go through door 3.
What? That's nuts! You've got to be crazy! Why the hell are you so obsessed with that door?
Alright, so let's take a look at just exactly what happens on door 3.
I'm just curious about door 3. That's all.
That doesn't explain shit!
I've got a reason. I'd be happy to explain it to you if you'll just come with me. I'm curious about the red. 7, would you mind authenticating for me?
What? Why?
Please, just do it.
Happy?
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, so this is where Junpei... So we've got 7 in the number.
The number 7 has been entered into the red.
Next is June. Please touch the red just like 7 did.
Jumpy, what are you trying to figure out?
Ah, yep. I think I might have found another way out.
What?
What?
Really?
Now please, June.
Oh, okay.
So the number in the red is now...
All right. The only people who haven't authenticated now are Santa, Clover, and Lotus.
Now, right now, at least from what we used to know, the door is at 9. Which means if you add, 3, or if you add, 8 and 4, right? That's 3. That's 3. However, going by Snake's assumption, right? So I'm that June is actually 9, right? Then. That, in and of itself, is 3. Now, did you notice that when we were like, I think I just found another way out, Santa seemed like he was kind of freaking out. Because if we were to pull that lever right now, at this very moment, the door would open. And June would be exposed as the 9th bracelet. Santa would be exposed as 0. Furthermore, if we were to now add 5, 7, 6, 8, 4. Oh, wait, no. 5, 7, 8, 9, 4. The door won't open. If Lotus and Clover authenticate right now and we open the door, June's bracelet is revealed to be 9, and Santa is revealed to be 0. Right?
So, what's your point?
You don't get it. Think about it.
Huh?
What's the sum of your number and Clover's?
12?
And what's the digital root of that?
3.
Which is Santa's number. By the way, Lotus, what's the number that's currently in the red?
7 plus 6 plus 5 equals 18. It would be 9, right?
Yep.
Yes. And what will the digital root be if you add 3 to that?
3. The door's number.
There you go.
Hey, wait a minute. What the hell are you up to?
Exactly. He thinks we figured him out.
I'm not up to anything. I'm just waiting.
Waiting for what?
I'm waiting for the balance to shift. Santa, or Lotus and Clover, once one of you moves, the others won't have a choice. So I'm waiting.
You son of a bitch! You tricked us! Then all that stuff you were going on about is all bullshit!
Bullshit, huh? I don't think so. Didn't I tell you I'd figured out another way to get out of here? This is it.
Why the hell would you do something like this?
Yeah.
Jumpy.
You did this just so you could go through the same door as June. That's it?
So, who's it going to be? Santa? Or Lotus and Clover?
Shit!
So then,
Let's go, Clover.
Fuck!
yeah, the fuck is so telling. If Snake's theory is right, this scene is amazing. Because Santa, assuming we're going with Snake's theory that Santa is 0, Santa being 0 and June being 9 implies that if Lotus and Clover authenticate right now, the entire thing gets revealed. The only way for Santa to keep his identity as 0 secret is for him to get to the red before they do and to authenticate with June. And that's where the fuck comes from.
Oh, no, wait!
Ah! This is insane! This isn't right!
Yeah, well, you may be right, but... Go.
No.
You son of a bitch, Junpei! This isn't fair! Do you realize what you just did? You leave them out there, and they can't...
Shut it! That's enough! We gotta find the dead or none of this is gonna matter!
Honestly, if there's any kind of proof at all of Santa actually being 0, I think that scene is it. Alright, we can get to the, next bit now. Very cool. Very, very, very cool. If Snake's theory is actually correct, then it all works out there. That's right, we see the thing. We have a think, we input the thingy-majigs. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Right, yes, 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 yes. Oh god. This is unskippable, apparently.
14383.
It really does work out. It really does. So yeah, now we go through this entire thing. And yeah, then we can go ahead and continue. And hopefully finish the game today. You know, that would be ideal, I guess.
All right, you guys ready to go?
Right, so now, Snake does his little theory. Let me do that's that one. That is the correct answer. So yeah, the captain has the 6th bracelet as denoted by the number O, which in hexadecimal is 15, which has a unary root of 6. Then June has the 9th bracelet, Santa has 0. Then that means that the 9th man has something. It still means that there are 2 of a single bracelet. Although I suppose if there would be, it should have to be 9 because it's, you know, it's the only bracelet you can add to any number and it won't change the outcome, you know? And if June's bracelet is 9... Interesting. What number did the 9th man use then? I'm not sure. Alright, let's investigate the library. Try to find a way out here. Ooh, spinny. There's a note on the table. Lights to the books. Oh, what does that mean? Interesting. Well, intelligence often hides itself in darkness. Have you ever thought about the pages of a book? Each page only sees what? Maybe 2 or 3 minutes of light before the reader is on to the next page? They spend the rest of their lives locked in darkness. Rather like myself. That's horrible. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining. Not at all. I live in the darkness, yes, but that has gifted me with the ability to catch the truths others might miss. I can hear the voices hidden in the darkness, you might say. Alright, yeah. Lights on the books, okay. Handrail is made of metal. Okay, that's not helpful. A kid's book? Here. Looks like it's a children's story about Native Americans. Do you think a random book like that is kind of suspicious? Maybe you ought to hold on to it. Okay, Cowboys and Indians. That's pretty fucking thick for a kid's book. History of the medieval period. Maybe it's about Sir Lancelot. Isn't he just a story? I don't think you're gonna find a guy who didn't really exist in a history book. Okay, so that's useless. What's Hellenism? I think it's something like a fusion of Greek and Oriental culture. Look, this one says Cultural Heritage of Rome. Bet that's gonna be Syria's inheritance tax. History of Buddhism? Permian creatures. Seems a little fancy for some kind of prehistoric creature. Not to mention, most of them were likely reptiles and amphibians without hair. I can't imagine they had much need of perms. It's got nothing to do with this. Oriental history? Maybe this one's about China's 4,000 years of history or something. Hey, Chinese history and Oriental history aren't the same thing. This one is called History of the Western Worlds. Well, I'd assume it's about European history. Yeah. Just gonna leave it at that, Snake. Doesn't seem like you. Hey, look at this. This book's called Greek Mythology. Damn, that thing's huge. Can't imagine anyone actually gonna read the whole thing. Pretty sure I'd just put me to sleep. So yeah, these are all like historical works of some kind or another, and then there's a children's book. So definitely stands out, I guess. Let's check this playset. Supersymmetric string theory and 10-dimensional space-time. Huh. They're just talking about superstring theory. It's a theory of reality where... how to explain? It says that all elements of the universe are governed by vibrations and harmonics of tiny supersymmetric strings. Yeah, string theory is fun. That's this. An overview of conformal field theory. Now, well, it's a theory that posits an invariant quantum field where all conformal transformations can take place. Okay, so this is like this is like the science section. Knock it off with the science voodoo stuff. You're trying to put me to sleep? And apparently Snake's well versed in the sciences. Theory of general relativity, huh? Ooh, I know this one. That's Einstein, right? Yep. Quantum gravity. 7, do you have any idea what this is? How about you start by using real words? Then maybe we'll get somewhere. Okay, I can't click that one. Well, here's Faraday's law of electrolysis. I believe that's going to be about electrolysis in an electrolyte solution. These particular laws were set down by Michael Faraday. Are property values going up and out in space? Are property values going up out in space too these days? Man, guess times are tough for aliens too. Isn't this cosmic inflation? There are a couple of books on this shelf. ERN, Pay... Nah, I don't know what that is. What's the deal with these titles? They're all just gibberish. Hey, what if we, like, switch them around? Right. Open... Bear... I'd have to look at it. Yeah. If we move around, maybe they'll spell something. Or nope, I guess. Oh, I get it. Yeah, heck, it's worth a shot. Let's move... Oh, no, I mean, put that one there. Put that one there. Put that one there. Open here, find bulb. How about this? Like, putting these books in the right order, open the thing right up. Huh, that's a piece of cake. Hooray! You did it, Junpei. I guess that turned out well enough. So the letters from the title spell out, open here, find bulb. Powerful light bulb. Well, it did say to shine light on the books, so that should work out. Alright, let's take a look at this shelf. Oh, that's the same shelf. Got it. Alright, let's take a look here. Paleontology. This one's about fossils, right? Ammonites are pretty nasty looking. Ammonites, sorry. Mother Nature. Is that some sort of book about hippie chicks? Probably not, except perhaps tangentially. It's most likely about environmental protection. Oh, I was just trying to make a joke. Dude, hippie chicks? Really? The theory of evolution. Heck, even I know this one. That's a Darwin guy, right? Well, yes, and no. Charles Darwin wrote a book called On the Origin of Species. In it, he put forth his theory of evolution. Yeah, I remember that part. He called it, natural selection. Exactly. Theories of the Cambrian explosion. Did a bomb go off somewhere near called Cambria? So this is evolutionary biology, I guess? Wrong kind of explosion. Roughly 500 million years ago, during what is known as the Cambrian period. Research suggests that a variety of living organisms increased by an order of magnitude. Why that happened is, however, still something of a mystery. There are a number of theories. This book is most likely a collection of them. Introduction to Geology. Thinking about the Earth, even when you're on the ocean. Kind of romantic in a way, I guess. I suppose. The ocean is part of the Earth. Creatures of the South Seas, huh? I wonder if this one's got pictures of colorful fish and stuff. Junpei, why do you have a one-dimensional brain for some stuff, yet like 19th dimensional for others? Micrographia, huh? Yes, Robert Hooke's famous work, first published in 1665. He built a microscope and examined insects, inorganic substances, and other things too small to be seen in detail by human eyes. He then drew pictures of many of the things he'd examined and published them in a book. I'd hazard a guess, this shelf is concerned with natural sciences. Yep. At least that's what it seems like. And, seems Snake might be a bit of a scientist himself, which, only makes me like him even more. How did mankind lose their tails? Junpei, you know what this one's about? Why are you asking me? I don't even know we had tails to lose. Maybe you should just ask a human with a tail. Mankind's ancestors most likely lost their tails as they were no longer useful, and the nutrients required to grow them were better put to use elsewhere. At least, that's what I read. I was rather young, I may have remembered it incorrectly. How the hell would a kid be reading a book like that? This one says, Transition of Extinct Species. We need to hurry on up, or we're going to end up in the pages of a book like that. True. Okay, so that shelf is useless. And that's that same shelf, right? Yep. Alright, let's try this one then. This one, it looks like the picture book from earlier, the one with the pop-ups. You think they're part of a series or something? They do have the same binding. Fundamentals of Baseball. Okay, so we have 2 different books now. Alright, let's see what else. Principles of Monkey Behavior. I'd imagine that's a book describing praxeology studies on monkeys. Monkeys are very similar to humans evolutionarily, so I imagine the research was fruitful. Oh, look, Seven, here's a book that's perfect for you. It's called Correlations of Muscle, Bone Density, and Bone Strength. You're just saying that because it says muscle. This book just called Dissection. Bookshelf must be all medical books. From what I can tell, it sounds as though these books have been organized by genre. This library must be massive. I'm rather impressed by how well organized it is. Human Equilibrium Theory. Human Anatomy. Regeneration of internal organs. Ancient Gladiators. What's this book doing here? Definitely out of place. Maybe they were researching human physical limits across history. I suppose. Look, this one's called Recreation of Lost Human Functions. I think they're talking about it if you, like, lose part of your body, and you can grow it back? I don't think so. Maybe they're talking about reconstructing abilities that humankind once possessed. In other words, they're talking about cultivating a 6th sense. Of course it comes up again. Dissection Atlas, huh? Whole shelf is full of medical books. Functions of the human brain, huh? This is a book about the nervous system. I'd love to ask you to read it to me, but I don't think we have the time. I'm kind of curious about it, too. There's gotta be a reason why people connect with each other, you know? And yeah, we've already seen the rest of it. Okay. So on the big door, this big opening in the door to the library. It's pretty impressive. Almost looks like the door to a shrine or a church or something. So another door after it, and then a passageway beyond that. At the end of that passageway is a door with a Neptune symbol engraved on it. Hurry up, we need to find the key with the mark of Neptune. Okay. This sounds like a job for the best brother and sister team in the world. Man, it's like Seven and I don't even exist. Yeah, but they were so cute together. That's fine. And are we back to the other side now? Yep, so that's the history books. Alright. Scaffolding is set up in the shape of a cross. Okay. I guess that's everything in this area. It's a cupboard. It's on the bottom floor. Stairs go down to the bottom floor. Alright, let's head down the stairs. Over here. Yes. Okay. How many areas we got here? Okay, yeah. Let's, I guess, go around. Can't read that shelf. This one's Goldbach Conjecture. Conjecture? What's it about? Like magic or psychic stuff or something? Right. I bet it's about jewelry, isn't it? It may have an odd title, but it's actually a very respectable mathematics book. It deals with one of the unsolved problems of additive number theory. Oh, sorry I said anything. Look, let's not get into this right now, okay? I'm done. Algebraic number theory. Math, huh? Here's another one like this over there. You mean something like primary number theory, or analytical number theory, or geometry? Oh my gosh, how did you know? Nobody said anything about those. Well, number theory is usually split into 4 cheap disciplines. If there was a book, the other 3 would... If there were... Oh, guess that the other 3 would be there as well. Looks like I was right. Pythagorean theorem? So this is a famous one. Sounds like there are a number of math books in this section. This is kind of out of place. Dadkind. The hell is this? Wasn't that a German mathematician? Maybe it's a compilation of his work. Oh, right, Leibniz. This book is in German. It looks like it's the complete work or something. I've never heard of it. Well, if Snake doesn't know what it is, I don't think we'll ever know. Leibniz, you know, developed calculus. Owen, huh? Owen. That's enough to go on. Perhaps it's about the English Revolutionary. And then Sheldrake. Sheldrake? Isn't Sheldrake... That's the volume number... Okay, that's ominous. That's Goldbach's Conjecture. That's a weird book, Junpei. Indian mathematics. That's funny. Why is that funny? It says Riemann hypothesis. What is their hypothesis about reaming? It's pretty straightforward. Heavens, no. There are many factors. Length, girth, lubrication, or lack thereof. It is an exciting and rapidly growing field. Oh! Jesus Christ. There are a number of other theory books along with Riemann's hypothesis. Indian mathematics. Alright, let's go ahead. What do we got? Modern Japanese literature. Okay, so this is the lit section. What's this? Origins of Japanese folklore. Looks like there's a bunch of books about Japanese culture here. Mostly ones about folklore, though. Well, folklore can cover a wide range of subjects. History, suburban life, religious trends, environmental changes, oral traditions. Folklore can cover all these things if you know where to look. This looks pretty deep. Agriculture and historical organizations in folklore. Hey, Tara! It's been a while. Oh, sorry, I didn't see. I've been concentrating a lot on the game. How you been? Hey, here's another one of those picture books here. Something about these things feels kind of nice, you know? Brings back good memories. I guess even people like Seven were kids once. Oh shit, you little brat. Hey guys, cool it. Alright, I think I'm gonna take this picture book with me. So this one is what? Tales of Old Japan. So we have 3 picture books and a light bulb. Where the fuck is this puzzle going? Holy shit. So these are thick. Been good. Last Persona, think I missed. Yeah. We're moving forward with Persona. We're getting towards the ending there. Chat was fucking wild. Yeah, that is something I did want to talk to you about. You need to cool it down with the chat. Narukami was in here yesterday, and I already talked to him about it. And now I need to tell you, and whenever Akahiko shows up, I'll have to tell him. As much as it's great, that you guys are here, and it really does, help that, the chat rate does increase how much the video is recommended. It doesn't matter if the stream is getting recommended to people, if they show up and see an absolute clusterfuck of a chat that then drives them away from the stream. Like, I remember during the last Persona stream, we had like 200 people pass through. And, like, literally none of them stayed. And I have a feeling it's probably because the chat was probably one of the craziest it has ever been. And it's not really any of you guys' individual faults. I feel like what happens is a single one of you will say something dumb, and then the other ones will be like monkey see, monkey do, and start following that, and then they'll try to escalate it. And then the other person will escalate even more. And then they'll escalate even more. So what starts out as one person making a perfectly fine joke then escalates into the entire chat doing fucking role-playing in Arabic. How? So the issue isn't that you guys can't, you know, have an absolutely chaotic chat and have fun. It's that you can't just escalate to the point where the chat becomes its own living entity that has taken over everything. You know? Let's see what we got here. So many books. Oh, this one's... Wow. What's this? Warm? Oh. Sorry. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Hey, what's the deal with this sappy stuff? What's this? Astronomy. Ooh, that's useful. Yeah, it's just... It's not as any one of you guys' fault. Like, whenever a single one of you is on the stream, like, when it's just you, or it's just Narukami, or it's just Akihiko, everything is perfectly fine. But the second there's any combination of two of you, it just escalates exponentially. So you guys need to just acknowledge the fact that you try to put yourself in the shoes of someone new showing up for the stream, and, you know, try to not be off-putting, you know? That's all I want to say, and, you know, if that can't happen, I might have to start considering perma-banning people, okay? Why no Persona today? Because Bryce is moving out of dorms, so he couldn't be here, so I just decided, fuck it, we'll do 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. A couple of books on the glass shelf. From left to right, they say volume 3, 632415. A lock. A combination lock. The middle of glass door is a cylinder lock. You know, the kind of lock where you rotate the numbers around until you get the right one to open it. What the hell is this? It's like they just gave us the answer. Guess I might as well give it a shot. Right, it's the books. I don't remember the order. Okay, so it's 632415, 632415, 632415, 632415, 632415. There we go. Pretty straightforward. That mean no Persona tomorrow? Tomorrow is Monday. What are you talking about? There wouldn't be Persona tomorrow anyways. You did it, Junpei. Yay. I don't know why, but I don't really feel particularly happy about being praised for that. Whatever. At least the lock's open now. Junpei and Clover have good chemistry, I'd say. See if we can get it open, alright? So yeah, Snake's theory about Santa being 0 is very interesting, and at least from all the scenes I can remember, seems very credible. Been looking forward to be on BS chat again. Persona streams are literally what I look forward to the most. Yeah, that usually is the case with a lot of the people here. But, you know, we are getting very close to the ending, so I didn't want to go forward without Bryce. You know, since he's been here since the very start, and has been here for most of it. So I just didn't feel right with, you know, playing through the, you know, if we were to get to the ending and shit without him. So I decided, you know what, we'll finish this game instead. We were originally going to be starting Lucius 2 today, but it completely breaks my streaming software, so I'll have to figure that one out. All 6 books seem to be pointing at this... yeah. Right, and what about the light bulb? So now we have 2 light bulbs. Intriguing. Was there any parts here? Shelf, folklore, picture book, agriculture, and the historical organizations of folklore. Okay, that's not useful. Let's take this shelf. These books are here in all sorts of languages. I can't read them. Fair enough. Okay. It's a coat rack, like a place where you can hang coats and hats and stuff. Well, this one's not too big, so maybe just hats. The one on top of the shelf says light the books. Okay. Can we... No. Okay. What in God's name are we supposed to do here? Actually, can we click on the upper part? Oh God. There is way too much stuff. Please tell me it's only those 2 sections. Energy theory, huh? I don't even understand the damn title. Looks like the shelf's all science and technology. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, wait, no, that one's that. Okay. So then there's... Right. Energy theory, development of nanotechnology materials, interaction between shortwave energy and matter. That's... What else have we got? Just listening to you read those titles was giving me a headache. Can't say fancy technology stuff and I get along really well. Keep on talking about that stuff or you're gonna put me to sleep. Let's see. Tomorrow persona I thought was fair to today. One question though, so no more insulting. Isn't Instaban? Just don't be... Like, just imagine you're a new viewer showing up to the channel. Think about the stuff that might turn you away. And then don't do that stuff. It's pretty straightforward, you know? It's just being considerate, you know? The black hole hypothesis. Gamma ray astrophysics. Well, I guess this bookshelf has an astronomy theme. Yes. Okay, I guess let's take a look at books. This one is books on religions, like a history of Buddhism. Medieval period. Oh! That is all one shelf. Okay. And then let's... Okay, so we have that shelf and we have that shelf. Got it. Let's take a look at this one first. Automated robotic assembly line techniques, huh? What's that? Some sort of comic book? Jeez, I guess boys really like that stuff, huh? No, you're thinking of a different sort of robot. This book is talking about automated machinery that's used to build things like cars. If I would see the chat, I would go in and participate in intellectual discussions going on. Let's talk about intellectual things. You know, Tara, I think me and you have very different ideas of what the word intellectual means, you know? Communications and computer science, huh? That's a pretty generic title. To be honest, it's so vague, I don't really know what it might be about. Like, with you, it's the weirdest, because, like, Akihiko and Narukami have basically been the exact same since the first time they were here. But, like, the first stream you were here, like, the one Ace Attorney stream, you were, like, one of the chillest people we had ever had in the chat. And now you're one of the ones who stir the most shit. It's just a stunning transformation. You know? What's that one called? It says Foundations of DNA and Genetic Engineering. An overview of photochemistry. I think whoever set this up wanted us to see the cover, not the spine. Let's look at it, okay? Oh, looks like there's a whole space behind these books. Look, Junpei, I think there's something behind the books. A third light bulb. God damn. Anything here? No, okay. So then we have one other shelf. Book is called, Mind Swap? You mean you could, like, change bodies with someone? I guess I wouldn't mind switching bodies with my brother or Junpei too much, but I'd rather die than let Seven switch with me. What the hell? I can't even want to switch bodies with a little brat like you. Hey, were you just imagining it? You were. Shut up. Yeah, well, he wasn't the only one. Kitab al-Asif. Man, we got some weird stuff here. I can't even pronounce this one. Who's that? Some famous guy? It's not a person's name. It's the name of a fictional book created by Abdul Al-Zurad. It's said to be one of the sources used in the creation of the legendary Book of the Dead, the Necronomicon. Oh, so these are all occult books and stuff. Ah, yes, the Al-Asif. This one says the Golden Rabbit and the Moon on it. What discussion we had weren't intellectual. We only talk about important things. Yeah, sure. You keep telling yourself that. Does that mean it's about the rabbit that lives on the moon? Rabbits are pretty cute, but what's the moon stuff about? It's talking about the Judas tree that is said to grow on the moon, according to Chinese legend. I'd never heard of that. Teletemporian and teletemporation and telepathy. What the hell? Well, I know about telepathy is, but I've never heard of teletemporation. It refers to having the ability to travel through time. I suppose telepathy through time is kind of what happened to us, right? So we have 3 light bulbs. Let's search the light. Feels like a light bulb. Pretty high wattage too, unless I missed my guess. This should generate quite a bit of light. This one has some Native Americans on the cover. Oh, that's 7. This one has some Native Americans on the cover. Hey, Junpei, take a look at this one. Native Americans, huh? Maybe it's got some... Whoa. Ah, it's, you gotta project a shadow. Got it. Let's open all of these up. There's a baseball on this one. Come on, Junpei, let's see what's in it. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say it's probably baseball stuff? Head? Okay. It's got a magic wand on it. Okay. So, what's inside? Well, what's inside? Well, aren't you gonna open it? You know what? Sure, you win! There you go. Pretty sure it's just gonna have pages inside. Smart, whoa. Okay. Interesting. Snake, aren't you scared? Imagine a wall 20 inches wide that runs along the top of a 10-story building. Could you walk along that wall, Junpei? No way! Then what about a balance beam in a gymnasium? Oh, well, that's easy. You don't find that strange? A balance beam is far narrower than 20 inches. So why is it that a balance beam poses no challenge to you, but a hypothetical 10-story wall does? The light can easily turn people into cowards. From time to time, a life in darkness can give you courage. Right. It's why, you know, you don't look down and shit. Alright, so what are we supposed to do with these lights? I think yes. Okay, as I suspected, it's in here. Long-haired boy? Yeah, my hair is glorious, Owen. So I'm pretty sure you still owe Terra some money, don't you? It's a small enclosure with 9 sides. Or was that someone else? I don't remember. There are 3 of these things that look like music stands. Okay, how about we try putting these picture books on stands? Then... This is a little weird. So now we use the light bulbs? If I can replace the bulbs... Oh, right, I need to equip light bulbs. And boop. Alright, so there are 3 lights in here. I'm gonna change these bulbs. How they should. Awesome! It worked! Way to go, Junpei. Good job, buddy. Is something projecting on the bottom? These letters, they seem familiar. Sheldrake 5, got it. Sheldrake Volume 5 down here is this one. Sheldrake on the spine. It's got the volume number. Yeah, Sheldrake 5. Oh, we actually need to click. Ah, that's bullshit.
Sheldrake 5?
Yep. He's paid me back today. He told me he's sorry and that I'm eternal. Oh, okay. Glad you guys worked it out, you know?
I think I saw the rest of this collection somewhere.
Yeah, I think it was somewhere around here.
Yep.
Let's go take a look.
Okay.
Sheldrake.
Have you heard of him? Sheldrake, I mean.
Oh, right. This is the one that Junpei had heard about.
Yeah, Lotus told me about him.
Oh, was this guy actually researching the morphogenetic fields?
There's a British biochemist named Sheldrake. He has a rather interesting theory.
Okay. Time zones suck, no one is here. Yeah, it really does. Like, somehow most of our audience is Japanese and Korean, despite the fact that it's, you know, when we stream, it's like 6 in the morning there.
Morphogenetic fields, which relies on the theory of morphic resonance.
Really? From Lotus, huh?
Well, Clover also said something to me about that stuff.
Right.
She did?
Yeah, what was it?
The ability to access a morphogenetic field is affected by a couple of things. The first is epiphany, and the other is danger.
Yeah, it's similar to what, I don't remember who was talking about it. I think it was Santa. how the words emergence and emergency come from the same root, and how in an emergency you have an emergence of inspiration. From Italy. Yeah, I think you are from Italy, I know that much. Tatsuya is German. Akihiko and Narukami are both Japanese. Minako is Japanese. And Demi-Fiend is Korean. Those are the only ones that I know. But they're, you know, they're the regulars.
That girl. I told her not to tell anyone.
Yep.
You did? Why?
Well,
Look, man, I didn't push it because we're in a hurry, but I'm kind of sick of this. How about you just tell me, okay?
The Nonary game.
tell you what?
Don't give me that. About the experiment.
Ugh.
What? I mean, I don't know their actual names. Those are just their YouTube names, you know?
Very well, fine. I'll tell you everything. But not here. Let's move to the top floor.
Sure.
I suppose I might as well start by telling you why I kept quiet, and why I made sure Clover did as well.
Interesting.
To be honest, the explanation is quite simple. Zero told me not to. I had little choice. He didn't walk up and tell me, of course.
It was in your
He
brain.
gave me a message engraved on a card.
That's
Yep. Like I said, he's been hiding
a
shit.
Braille card. It looks just like the one you showed us earlier. So you had 2 cards.
No, only one.
Huh? What do you mean? I thought that card just had some rules for the Nonary game on it.
Yes, it did. And those were the rules I read you. However,
It also
they were
contained
not
more.
the only thing on the card.
Right. So, like, I suspected he didn't actually share anything. I mean, everything. To be honest, there aren't many Persona streams on YouTube, so it makes sense most of the Persona community gathers to your channel, or any. Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to call 4 people the Persona community on YouTube. I mean, it's a bit larger than that.
There was something I didn't read. Well, perhaps I should say, there was something I couldn't read.
And that was?
Tell no one of the events that took place 9 years ago.
Right.
Tell, and I activate your sister's detonator. It's a threat on our lives.
Oh. Well, what about Clover? Did she get a message from Zero too?
I don't believe she did. But doesn't it strike you as strange that Zero would shut my mouth, but not hers?
Yeah, it does. And okay. Everything strikes me as strange. Why specifically Snake? You know, and also, why specifically does Ace only want to kill Snake? Wouldn't he also want to kill Clover and Santa, since they also participated in the Nonary games 9 years ago? Persona streams, lol. That sounded wrong. Catch my drift, though. Besides these 7 Persona 5 streams with 4 viewers or something. I mean, there are some pretty big Persona streamers on YouTube. The Nyan Cave are absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
They're pretty big.
To be on the safe side, however, I told her it was best not to tell anyone. Still, apparently she told you. That girl.
Yeah, because I'm a Giga Chat.
What's wrong with her telling me? I figured some stuff out with the things she told me. I mean, it looks like the whole activate her detonator thing was just a bluff. She's prancing around downstairs happy as a clam now that you're back.
That's very true. I've decided I can trust you.
Of course, I'm a
I've
trustworthy,
decided to tell
reliable
you
guy.
the truth. The chance that Santa is Zero is very high. I feel I can assume Santa doesn't have the time to observe us at the moment.
Right, he's busy trying to escape with everyone else.
And at any rate, even if he were, I very much doubt he would kill us.
Gnarly, but yeah, Gnarly is Shin Megami Tensei. Yeah, there's this other group of streamers called the Nyan Cave. They not only Persona, they've done all the they've done Personas 3, 4, and 5. They also do Danganronpa and a bunch of other stuff. They're great. They're actually the reason why I chose YouTube streaming instead of Twitch.
Why?
Clover told me about the 4-leaf clover, about the words. If he knew about that, then he was in my group during the first experiment. I'm sure of it.
Exactly.
He wouldn't kill us, no matter what the situation was.
So Zero wanted to save, you know, he wanted to keep Snake and Clover alive, which then, since both of them ended up dying, that would explain why he lost, you know?
Hey, Snake?
Yes, I know. You want to know what happened during the experiment.
Yeah.
How much do you know?
And if Santa's sister is the one that actually died during the experiment, then it makes sense why he wants to get his revenge on Ace.
Clover told me about...
I see. The morphogenetic field in the experiments 9 years prior. How the experiments had taken place simultaneously at 2 locations, one being the ship and the other being a building in Nevada.
Yes.
And the girl that died during the experiment.
Santa's sister, I presume.
She told you all that, did she?
Pretty much, yeah.
At any rate, I now know how much you've learned. All that remains for us to determine
is who did this and why, right?
Yes.
Can you tell me what happened?
Yes. The people who organized the initial experiment were from a company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Ah, okay, so now we're getting the lore in this version, too. Persona's pretty niche outside of the JRPG communities. It has its presence in the top JRPGs. Okay, what were the streamers called again? I disagree. Persona, especially 5, is extremely popular nowadays. They're, the, Nyan Cave.
There were 4 of them running the show. Gentaro Hongo,
Ace,
Nagisa Nijisaki, Teruaki Kubota, Kagechika Musashido.
Right.
Hongo was the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Oh! I see. Aha! They're all the people that died. Well, not yet. That makes sense. I knew there were other 2 that needed to be somewhere. Okay. So, Hongo is obviously Ace. We know that much. Then this guy appears to be the 9th man who Ace killed. Then this guy is the guy who was drugged and dressed as Snake, so that then Ace killed him as well. And then this guy is, I'm pretty sure, the guy we found dead in the captain's quarters, who had the 6th bracelet. So yeah, I realized that Zero was like, I'm gonna kill these 4, but then I was like, why are only 2 of them here? Because 2 had already been killed. And so now the last person Zero needs to kill is Ace. And this is all part of his plan. Interesting, very interesting. It all makes sense now.
Nijisaki was his right-hand man, and did the lion's share of the planning.
So yeah, that was the guy who, was drugged and dressed up as Snake so that Ace would kill him.
Kubota led the company's research and development division.
That was the 9th man.
Musashido was their majority stockholder.
And that's the captain.
It was these 4 people who planned the initial experiment.
Right.
Let me simplify it for you. Hongo designed it, and Nijisaki put it all together. Kubota developed the technology required, and Musashido provided the cash.
Straightforward.
So it's Hongo, Nijisaki, Kubota, Musashido...
Right.
Of course, more than 4 people were required to conduct an experiment of this scale. To that end, they organized a top-secret team to assist them with their research.
Okay.
All in all, they gathered 10 people or so. Those 10 completed their team, and they were able to begin the project. They named it the Nonori Project.
Right.
The purpose of the experiment was to research the prospect of controlling a human mind through sheer will.
999 is great, by the way. I've only had 1 glitch so far. Yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying this game.
The vessel, I suppose you could say, for this control was the morphogenetic field.
Right.
Huh.
Why did the glycerin suddenly begin to crystallize? Why did the crystal structure of EDT undergo a sudden change? Why did the rats improve their puzzle-solving skills with each generation? Experiments with humans produce the same results. The more people who knew the answer to a question, the more there were who could answer correctly without having seen the problem before.
Right. So this is all the stuff that we've been talking about in all the other
Why is that? How could it
pathways.
happen?
So yeah, this is like a culmination of everything that's come before, which is very cool.
The answer is that the shape of the answer has been stored in a field invisible to the naked eye.
This is some control shit right here.
And through that field, the resonant event transmits information related to that answer.
It's literally control. You have fucking the resonance, you have, you know, the collective unconscious and shit. This is fucking great. As someone who loves control,
That's essentially the idea behind morphogenetic fields.
bad part of some scenes makes no sense. Not gonna spoil it, but it was some high tier BS. So far I've, you know, this is where we're at right now. So I just have this last bit to go through.
But that's just a theory.
Can't bring yourself to believe it?
Yeah.
Let's say someone killed another person because the devil told them to do it.
Right.
Whether the devil exists or not has no relevance to the murder. They believe the devil exists. Whether or not he does is immaterial.
So what matters here is that Hongo believed in the morphogenetic field.
That's right.
But I still don't get it. You said they wanted to figure out how to control people, right? That is what you were saying.
Yes.
So how are they going to do that with a morphogenetic field?
But then again, with the whole devil analogy, if the devil does, you know, even assuming a physical devil doesn't exist, the devil would still exist in the minds of the collective unconscious. And if someone believes that the devil tells them to kill someone, it's technically, you know, the devil's, you know, the humanity's collective unconsciousness as the devil manifesting itself physically through someone's mind, you know?
I'll keep it simple. Let's suppose 10,000 people have solved a certain problem.
Well, we'll see, because this seems pretty long. We might not even be able to finish it today. I don't know. This could be 4 hours, it could be 1 hour.
The
Who
chance
knows?
of you knowing that answer, even if no one has told you, will go up. Let's have another example, shall we? Say 1 million people were to do a handstand right now. Tomorrow, the chances of you doing a handstand would be higher, even if you had heard nothing of this hypothetical mass handstanding.
Okay.
Mankind's thought process and actions are all part of a resonant event. All of the resonant events encoded in the fields are projected onto you.
Exactly.
Of course, this assumes you believe in this theory. Do you follow so far?
Yeah.
Now, if there was a person who had the same effect as those millions of people, what would happen?
Oh, it goes downhill? I guess we'll see.
If that one person were to do a handstand, other people would find themselves wanting to do handstands as well.
Exactly.
Can you imagine what a person with powers like that would be able to do?
Come on, there's no way.
Right, because people are fundamentally controlled by their unconscious, even if they don't realize it. And the unconscious being tied into the collective unconscious means if you can manipulate the collective unconscious, you can manipulate people. It's
I'm
pretty
not
straightforward.
done. Imagine another scenario. Imagine another person. This is an ordinary person. Let's say he does a handstand.
Okay.
What if there was someone who could grab the resonant event he created by doing that and use it to make other people do handstands?
Right.
What would happen then? A person who has the power to write to the field, and someone who can read from the same. You could think of them as the writer and the reader, or the transmitter and the receiver.
Think about your offer. Which offer? I don't remember.
What would the world be like if there were people with abilities like these?
So the transmitter's resonant event can be transmitted through the field and sent to the receiver. And then the transmitter can control the receiver however they wish.
Right, yeah.
That's what you're saying, right?
Yes, close enough at least.
Come on, that's just crazy.
Well, if you want to prove that, then you'll have to test it first. At least, that was how they thought.
Right.
That was why they decided to do
Discovery requires experimentation.
That was how the Nonary project began. By the way, Junpei, have you ever heard of the Gansfeld experiment?
Gansfeld. Which one is that one?
Yeah, that was an experiment in telepathy, right? You place a pair of subjects in separate rooms. Then you show one a picture and ask the other what they see.
Ah, exactly.
Interesting.
That one.
I'm impressed. Yes, that is exactly correct.
Yeah, I wasn't sure exactly which one that one was. I thought that might have been the one with the picture of the dog or something.
Why did you bring up the Gansfeld experiment?
It was used to screen subjects for the Nonary project.
Yes, you told me. Yes, I remember this. Cradle Pharmaceuticals, at least in the hospitals that they ran, they would essentially have all the children go through various different psychological examinations, including the Gansfeld experiments. And that's how they chose people for the Nonary game.
The hospital in a remote town was affiliated with Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Hongo used it to conduct experiments on visiting children in secret. Some of them, he found, had potential. He began to gather children that showed promise. Children that seemed as though they might be able to access the field.
Gonna be lead mod for the streams of you. I have YouTube mod experience. I appreciate the offer, but no.
Of course, none of them volunteered.
First of all, I tend to think that people who ask to be mods usually make the worst mods, at least from what I've seen. And if I were to, pick a mod, I already have some people in mind. But as of right now, I don't really have a need for one.
They were kidnapped.
Right.
There were 9 pairs of siblings taken, for 18 children total.
So they were pairs of siblings. Okay, that does clear it up. Santa's sister died in the Nonary game.
For reasons that were not fully understood at the time, each pair had 1 transmitter and 1 receiver.
Were you the transmitter or the receiver?
They were split perfectly. As such, the 18 children were split into 2 groups of 9. The children who were put into Group Q were the ones who excelled at transmitting.
Right.
They were transferred to the mock experiment building known as Building Q in the Nevada desert.
Okay.
The children who excelled at receiving were put in Group A. Group A was then placed on the former hospital ship Gigantic. From the experiments he had conducted so far, Hongo had learned the following. There are 2 things that can increase one's resonance with the fields. The first is epiphany. The other is danger.
Exactly.
Have you ever been faced with an especially difficult problem and thought about it very long and very hard until finally an answer suddenly appeared in your mind?
Just a few minutes ago, in
It may
fact.
seem obvious to say so, but that is what is meant by epiphany. The information obtained through that epiphany can be easily transmitted through the fields,
Yeah,
where
well-
it can be easily interpreted.
Later, Tara.
Adding danger to that equation allows for even easier field access.
Right, yeah, this is all the stuff that we learned about in, when we were talking to Seven, over here.
That's where Hongo came in. They set up a number of puzzles across the Gigantic. The participants had to solve each one before they could move to the next room.
Right, the number
Of
doors.
course, he hadn't forgotten to include danger. He had detonated a bomb on the hull of the Gigantic. The children in Group A were forced to play the Nonary game as the ship sunk.
Oh,
By forcing the children into a life-or-death situation, Hongo hoped to increase the likelihood of their tapping into the fields.
exactly. So yeah, this is so far everything we know about, Now, the interesting question here is, how did, Santa's sister die, and how was Seven involved? Well,
The
we
children
know...
from Group Q, on the other hand, were confined to the mock experiment building, Building Q.
Well, we know that, Seven got kidnapped and, locked in a prison cell, and he was able to escape, and then he met up with a bunch of the other kids. But we don't know what happened after that.
Building Q duplicated the interior and puzzles of the Gigantic exactly.
Ah, so we could be in either one.
Every detail was exactly the same. Hongo explained the situation to the children in Group Q. Solve the puzzles you find throughout the rooms. When you have the answers, transmit that information to the children in Group A. If you succeed, they will be able to solve the puzzles and escape. But if you fail, then the Gigantic will sink, and your brothers and sisters will drown.
Straightforward.
Those were his orders. Do you know why the astronauts of Apollo 13 were able to return to Earth safely?
No, but I'm sure you're about to tell us.
It was because NASA had access to a replica of the Apollo 13 capsule. All of the equipment, the instruments, everything. All of it identical. Everything was just like the real Apollo 13. NASA was able to replicate the situation the astronauts found themselves in.
Right, and solve that.
By putting themselves in the same situation, they attempted to solve the problems the astronauts were dealing with. Once they found solutions, they reported their findings to the men aboard the actual capsule.
Yeah, it's pretty much that, except that instead of using, electromagnetic waves, you're using a morphogenetic field.
That was how they were able to return safely. It was the same with the Gigantic in Building Q. The children from Group Q had to use the power of Epiphany to solve the puzzles they found and transmit what they learned through the fields. The children in Group A, however, they had to access the fields to learn how they might advance to the next stage. That is the simplest explanation I can manage.
Makes sense.
Hey, Junpei, Snake! How much longer are you two gonna sit around on those bony asses?
Yeah, how about you remember your time as a police officer when you investigated the Nonary game, you useless sack of lard?
Get down here already!
He's right. Let's go, shall we? We don't have much time. We need to get out of here, and soon.
I don't remember which group Snake was in, because we know Santa and Snake are in the same group, meaning that, Clover and Santa's sister were in the same group, but we don't know which group was in which building.
There's one more thing I want to ask you. Are you sure that there were 18 kids?
Why?
Well, I thought it was only 16.
Oh, yes. That was what they said on the news, wasn't it? Yes, I have no doubt that 18 children were abducted and used in Hongo's experiment.
Okay.
After all, you couldn't exactly play a nonary game with any less, could you?
That's in the name.
Well, yeah, but are you saying that the news got it wrong?
No, they were hiding it. The fact that 2 kids died.
Yes, I am. There were 2 more children. However, they had no relatives that I'm aware of. I imagine no one filed a police report when they went missing. They were brother and sister, like Clover and I.
Santa and whoever.
The brother's name was Aoi.
That must be Santa.
The sister's name was...
Was it Nona?
Her name was... Her name was Akane.
Okay, no, this was not the one that, Santa... I mean, this was not the one that, that Seven talked about, but Akane? That's... Could she be our Akane?
That was the girl who died.
Okay, so it's not this Akane.
Akane Kurashiki died?
I mean... Is it this Akane?
9 years ago?
Wait, does she have a brother named Aoi?
Then, who is June?
This is very interesting.
No. That's impossible.
I mean, if there is something weird going on here, it explains her being the 9th bracelet.
It can't be true. Akane isn't that uncommon of a name.
Right.
If Snake had known her last name, that's a different matter entirely. So they share a name. A lot of other people do too. It doesn't mean anything.
Do you remember her having any, a male sibling by the name of Aoi?
It was someone else. Of course it was. It has to be.
I mean, I'm not ruling it out. It just seems unlikely.
Is something wrong, Junpei? Your breathing sounds strange.
Ask him if he remembers the last name.
No, it's nothing. I'm fine.
Because, I mean, I'm not going to discard the possibility that she died and this is like some kind of, you know, body double. I mean, after all, if I remember correctly, we haven't seen each other in a while, so it makes sense that, you know, I wouldn't know exactly what she looked like. So they could, you know, feasibly put someone here. So I don't know.
Let's get back down there, all right?
Sure.
I couldn't do it. Why didn't I ask?
Because you didn't want to know, because you're a fucking pussy.
What's her last name?
You knew her in elementary. Did she have a brother?
I just couldn't get the words to come out.
Not to mention, don't you remember if she had ever been kidnapped or anything? One place bolted down. I don't think it's a door. I think it's just a wall. Alright. Sheldrake 6. Sheldrake, this is it. This is what the shadowy picture is pointing to. But didn't it say 5 at the end of the shadow picture? Yes, I think we need to find the 5th volume. Well, would you look at that? There's a big red button behind this book. I guess we should press this button. Bro, what the fuck is this? This would be useful if we actually had a map of this fucking floor. What's that sound? Sounded like something really big was moving. It came from the top floor. Alright, let's go check it out. Alright, I need to look at this map again. So, oh, we can't. Can we not look at the world map? No, we cannot, at least not right now. Alright, let's get out. Set up. Okay. 13, 14, 10, 13. Interesting. It's like an output monitor. I bet the letters you type into the keyboard will show up here. It's a keyboard in front of the numbers, and there are 4 Roman numerals on the wall. It's gotta be a hint of some sort. 13, 14, 10, 13. Those are all Roman numerals. Do you think we just need to put in the numbers from the wall on the keyboard? No, you can't. Keyboard doesn't have any number keys. You can't type stuff in like 3 or 4. But you can use hexadecimal. And that means... Well, I bet you gotta type something on the keyboard. Yeah, but you can only enter letters. And it looks like you can only enter 4 letters. Exactly. Let's see how it works. I guess you need to hit enter once you type in the letters. So 13, 14, 10, 13. You can erase what you type with control. Okay, I got the basic operations. Let's give it a shot. So 13, 14, 10, 13. So that's gonna be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. So that's M. And then 14 is N. Then 10 is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. J. And then 13 again. Enter? 13, 14, 10, 13. Right? Pretty straightforward, I'd think, right? Unless it's not, unless it is actually hexadecimal instead of just, you know, letters. In which case it would be, well, 10 would just be A. Then 11 is B, 12 is C, 13 is D. So D, A, B, C, D, E, A, dead. That's the one. Yep. Yay! You did it, Junpei! It's unlocked now. Good job, Junpei. Well there, don't get too excited. Password is dead, remember? This makes me think something's waiting for us isn't good. So what? Jeez, you're such an old lady. We can't be worrying about stuff like that. I mean, come on. We got it unlocked, right? Let's go. Hurry it up. Ugh. Okay. Open it up. Right. Handle. It's time we got this over with. Damn it. I can't get it open. Thing won't even budge. Why not? We put in the password. What else do we have to do? Then that means that's the other door, I guess. Alright, let's get this thing open. And we're out. Cool.
All right, this is the next.
So what are we? Okay, so yeah, we did that. Now we're here. Cool. Guessing escape room. This is a lot of shit. Jesus Christ.
Ugh, the door!
Did that just close on its own?
Don't tell me we can't go back.
I don't know. Let's see.
No, we gotta go back through the other door.
Damn it. It looks like it locks automatically.
Is there any other way out?
Well, there's another door over on the right. There's a card reader next to it. It's got a red light on it, though, so I'm pretty sure it's locked, too.
Exactly.
But there is a card reader, right?
Yeah.
Then perhaps if we find a key card, we could open the door and leave?
Well, yeah, that might work, but...
Hey! Wait a minute. Are you saying we're gonna have to search through this room for one little card?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, man.
Oh, God. Why is there so much shit?
Looks that way.
No way!
For real?
Well, we can sit down and wait to die, if that's what you prefer. I rather doubt that, however, so it would be wise to start looking. We haven't much time. Let's find that key card. Oh, and the Neptune key as well.
Sure.
We won't be able to get through the hallway without it. All right then, let's begin.
All right, we got two rooms back to back, I guess. Jesus. Seek a way out. Interesting. So yeah, now we're in this room, got it. And this is a story bit, escape room, story bit, escape room, story bit, ending. Jesus Christ. So much. Piles of crap everywhere. Man, this place is a mess. It's so messy, I don't know where to start. Some of this crap looks familiar. Now I think a lot of these parts are the puzzles we've solved in the other rooms. If that's true, then this room could be Zero's laboratory. Perhaps Zero would shut himself in this room to devise the machines and puzzles we'd need to see his plans come to fruition. I guess? Hey, Junpei, isn't this the nautical table? I feel like I've seen this before. Yeah, okay, so that was the nautical table that we used to solve the captain's quarters. Nautical table. Out of the chart room. Ah, but this one's different. Study nautical table. The drafting table, fatal line on the right edge must have been connected to the line on the left edge. So yeah, this one actually takes a different pathway. Got it. Just a pile of junk. There's nothing useful here. There's some old computer monitors on this desk. You don't see CRT monitors that much anymore. Look, Junpei, the rust on here looks like Elvis's face. Sure. How exciting. The pipe, great. I see some sort of big machine on the other side of all this crap. Steel cabinet with a double door. Yeah, okay. What's this? Oh boy. Is that a red? Yeah, it is. These are the pieces for a red. Cool. Screen is huge. Wonder why it's blue. Hey, if I touch it? There's something on the screen right now. What's this? 15 cells here with numbers and letters on them. Ah, it's Kankuro. Or Kakura? I don't remember exactly what it's called. Let me see that. Yeah, I see. So whenever you touch a cell, the ones next to it turn on or off. He's got to use that to make the all cells on the right and the bottom green. Hey, Junpei, I found this piece of paper under the thing. You want to take a look at it? I think this might have something to do with the puzzle. Piece of paper Clover gave me. There are a bunch of numbers and letters connected by equal signs on it. Just like she said, this is probably all related to the puzzle on the screen somehow. Thanks, Clover. This could really help. Alright, let's go back and try again. Anyway, it looks like I just need to make all of the cells all green. Okay. And what's this? So 0, 0, 1, 1, 2. Okay, so the numbers are fine. And then, yeah, so it's just hexadecimal. Well, 21, actually. It's going a bit further than I, usual. Aha, I see. So we need 1 and 9 here. 100%. We need these two activated because that adds up to A, which is 10. Then we also need a 10 here, which means, yeah, 6 and 4. Which means, boom, 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 boom. There we go. Okay, so that's both of the A's completed. Now, this cell needs to stay lit off. Now, in order for the L's, which one do we need? Okay, so for this L, we need all the middle ones. So we need every cell on except for D. Got it. So, alright, let's off here. Okay. Is there some kind of algorithm for this? Harder than expected. Well, according to the chart Clover gave me, I just need to plug in the numbers for each letter. Okay, let's try this again. So it starts like this. Right. Okay. So we need to turn off the D and turn these two on. So that seems straightforward. Next up, we want to turn this on and that one as well. So this one. We want to turn that on. Turn that on. Turn that on. Turn that on. So close! We just need to turn... Wait, is that not right? Oh no! Don't tell me. So we need these two off. Fuck. Okay. Interesting. So let's get... So these two need to be opposites of each other at all times. Got it. There we go. No? Oh, God. Oh, well, we've just turned it all off. Okay, we got a blank canvas to work with here. Cool. So do that. Then that. Then that. That. So that turns everything on. Now, how can we turn off D and B? If we hit D, then B, then C, no, there. Damn it! This is a tough one. How the hell? Can we? It's just... I'm not... Before I try this again, I should really look over the instructions. I touch any of the 9 cells that aren't the all cells. I touch a cell, the cell I touch, and the ones next to it change. So I just have to touch the right cells to make the all cells green. God damn it. Okay. So if I turn this off, I need to click one of these two, right? So right now, yeah, What if I instead go here, then here, here, I know. That does that. That's that. How can I move this black square down here? Okay, that kind of does it. And that moves it there. Alright, we just need to keep a single black square and just try to move it around. I guess. Nope. Okay. This is progress. How can we turn these on? Now we need these two. And that does that. Then that. No. That. Yes! Oh, thank God. You did it, Junpei. Yeah, that was a tough one. You're so smart. You seem to have done an excellent job and solved the puzzle. Just what I would have expected from you, Junpei. Hey, come on, you're embarrassing me. Whoa, don't get too cocky, kid. We don't got time for that. Look at this. Check out the right edge of the control panel. The lid slid open, and something came out. A cross. Interesting. Guess we'll have to put that to use. What is this? Junpei, it looks like there's a compass on the... now I get it. What do you mean? I guess you weren't there, Clover, but I solved a puzzle like this in the wheelhouse. I think I just need to do the same thing here. The same thing? The important part is this nautical table we just found. We just have to match up the directions on the compass with the lines on the nautical table. I used the steering wheel in the wheelhouse, but this time I think I'm going to use the wheel attached to the side here. Oh, okay. Show me. Now. Of course. Maybe I ought to run through the instructions. It looks like it probably works the same way as the steering wheel in the wheelhouse did. I just touch the direction I want it to turn, the compass will turn that direction. Then it's got to press stop when the compass is pointing where I want it to. I'm betting something will happen if I do it right. Yeah, let's do this. And let's see, so... South? So, south, west, southeast, northeast, east, northeast. Okay, so first of all, south. Then east. I mean west. Then southeast. Then I believe it was northeast. East, then east. north, east. There we go. Yay! You did it, Junpei! Good boy. Who's a good boy? Knock it off. Hey, we don't have time for screwing around right now. Check out the right side of the monitor. Kinda slid open. Something came out. Oh yeah. I heard a noise too. You know that big box in the hall by the exit? I think it made a noise. Like something unlocking, you know? A noise, huh? The helm emblem, cross emblem. Did we do a puzzle similar to that in the hospital room, maybe? I'm not sure. Really not sure. These are like redos of a lot of the other puzzles we've done. Let's see what happens when I... Whoa. Well, we've got something on the screen at least. Oh, what's this? Oh, wait a minute. I saw something like this when I figured out the Morse code puzzle back in the communications office. Morse code. Yeah. The dots on here look like the dits for Morse code. There's 2 dots on the first line, 4 on the second, and 1 on the last. Ah, I'm afraid I don't understand. Well, perhaps we should give it a shot anyways. Alright, I'll try. Before I do that, though, maybe I ought to run through the instructions. If I tap the button, it'll enter a dit. If I hold the button down, it'll enter a da. Once we enter our answer, it'll automatically determine if it was the correct answer or not. Alright, let's do this. It was, dit, 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 da, dit, fuck. I need to see the, do that though. The instructions. Can I not look at it? File, Morse code. The roots. Yeah, no, completely useless. Okay. I don't know what the code I'm supposed to be entering is, so. Dot dot. Does it just do this? So 2, 4, and 1. But I don't know if we're supposed to use dots or lines. Metal shutter looks pretty sturdy. It's starting with the black and yellow warning stripes. Yeah, let's open it. Alice sleeps in a small room past the Forest of Knowledge. There she is. Holy shit. It's pretty damn creepy. There's a coffin in here. Coffin? Coffin? Oh man, does Seven think... Yeah, he's all pale. He's thinking about the same thing I am. No way. Could this be? I'm sorry, but what's going on? It's a coffin. I wonder if there's a vampire in it. Right, I guess Clover and Snake don't know the story. Man, I can't bring myself to tell them. Well, at any rate, we'll have to look around. It's a metal plaque on the coffin. Snake's touching it. All ice. Ah, the true machines. Holy shit. Man, this is serious. Ah, well, let's open it, shall we? Clover, if you could give me a hand. Okay, I got it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Ah. No luck. It doesn't seem to be ready to open. Yeah, but it does not look like it's screwed shut or something. Yes, I believe it's locked some other way. Hey, Seven, do you think you could open it with your superhuman strength? No, What's wrong?
I think I'll just pass on this one, okay?
What the heck? Very well, we'll just have to give up on the coffin for now. Let's look around the room a little more, shall we? Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the Forest of Knowledge beneath the navel of the Gigantic. Is that actually true? Oh god. Yeah, let's just lock that up real quick. What do we got here? Something written on the piece of paper. It looks like 3 sheets of stuff. Okay. What do we have? Morse code chart 1. Morse code chart is found in the steel in a small cluttered room. It is a Morse code key for the letters A to I. The short mark is called DIT, made by tapping the button. The long mark is called DA, made by holding the button. Okay. Got it. Morse code chart is found on the steel shelf in the small cluttered room. It is a Morse code key for the letters J to R. There does not seem to be a pattern that determines which collection of dots or dashes are assigned to each letter. Morse code, it was found on the steel shelf in the small cluttered room. It is the Morse code for the key for letters S to Z. So it was 2 dots, which would be an I. Then it was 4 dots, which would be an H. And then it was 1 dot, which would be a E. I-H-E. Interesting. Is that what it actually was? I don't remember. Junpei, have you figured out what you're supposed to enter here? Looks like the word that's supposed to go here is 3 letters. It's got 3 lines, and I think each line is 1 letter. I see. Well, if that's the case, then perhaps the letters you need are made up of 2 symbols, 4 symbols, and 1 symbol, respectively. After all, isn't that what you just said? One line has 2 spaces, the next 4, and the last only a single space. I see. So in other words, I gotta enter either dots or dashes. In a set of 2, then a set of 4, and then just 1. Yes, well, so it would seem. How about I run through the instructions? No, I don't care. I need to, oh, okay, we have the files here. Got it. Cool. So, 2 spaces could be A, could be I, could be M, could be N. That's about it. Then 4 spaces could be B, C, F, H, J, L, Q. All right, let's go with 1 spaces. It can either end in E or it can end in T. It's ending in E. Because it's ice, right? Ice. Yeah, okay, pretty straightforward. Dot, dot, dot. Really? Boom, 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 boom. Motherfucker. Boom, 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 boom. And then... boom. Ice. Straightforward? I see. It seems to have solved the puzzle, Junpei. Excellent work. The answer was ice. How did you know? All I had to do was listen to the sounds of the machine made. After that, it was a trivial matter to decode them. Ah, yes. I believe I heard a noise from somewhere on the right of the device after you solved the puzzle. It sounded rather like something sliding open. Do you see anything that would have made that noise? Yeah, that's true. Ah, yes. One more thing. I heard a sound from behind the shutter. Perhaps the coffin is unlocked now? What? Yeah, code emblem. Right, because the last one was all... the last computer was all, this computer was ice. So solving both of them gives us all ice. Alright, fine. I'll open it. Okay, Junpei, you can do this. It's just a box. It's just a box. Oh, holy shit, this is a coffin. This is gonna be something horrible in there. I just know it. Okay. Okay. Deep breaths. We have found 2 coffins so far. One of them had a gun. The other one had Snake. So really, this could go either way. Here we go. Oh man, there's nobody in there. Shit, can't believe I'm scared of something like that. What do you mean nobody? Are you expecting someone to be in there? Yeah, it's a long story. Ask Junpei about it sometime. Well, just like someone said, there's nobody in there. There is something in there though. Well, 2 somethings actually. What is that? Oh fuck. Motherfucker. I thought the down arrow was like, look down. There are 2 things on the bottom of the coffin. It looks like we got a plaque with an emblem on it, and the Neptune key! Yes, we finally found it! Now we can get through the hallway. That's correct, Clover, but we do need to get out of this room first, you know? Yeah, I know. Okay, let's get the hell out of here as quickly as possible. I don't have any objection to that. I don't think we'll use the Neptune key in this room. It's really important though, so I'll keep it in my pocket for now. As for the other thing, the coffin emblem. Okay, we have 4. What now? Yeah, I'm probably just gonna finish this room and then end it, since we're clearly not finishing this today. Our monitors hanging down from the ceiling here. Hey Clover, why don't you... No way! Why would I do something like that? Oh, I get it. You're gonna try to sneak a peek inside my underwear, aren't you? That's impossible. How can I see inside them? What? You pervert! You dirty old man! Well, hey. Lay off, alright? I'm not an old man. You should be saying you're not dirty. I really like the chemistry going on between Junpei and, what's her face? Clover. They're great together. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, okay, so here we got our emblems. Alright, put the emblems into the 4 indentations on the desk, but... nothing's happening. Wait, what's Snake doing? I feel symbols engraved just above each indentation. On the other left is the steering wheel symbol. On the upper right, the cross symbol. On the bottom left, the mysterious circle symbol. And lastly, the waffle pattern is engraved near the bottom right indentation. Additionally, each symbol seems to have been given a number. 1 steering wheel, 2 cross, 3 mysterious circle, and 4 waffle pattern. Perhaps we need to insert the emblems in this order. That order, huh? So we need helm first. Let's just drop the emblem on the steering wheel in here. Whoa. Well, now we got something on the monitors at least. What's that? Looks like some kind of puzzle. I wonder if these are the rules. Here, I'll read them for you. When you touch a numbered area, that area will be selected, and it will turn blue to indicate this. Touching a numbered ball after selecting an area will cause the ball to be moved to that area. Straightforward. However, you cannot move the red balls. You can only move 3 to 5 balls into a single area. Oh, it's like the reds. Press the check button once you have moved all of the balls except for the red one, which you cannot move because it's 9. The digital root of the area of the balls in the area must match the number for that area. That's it. I still don't get it. Whatever. Let's just, like I said, practice makes perfect. Let's give it a shot. Don't say you mean practice makes perfect. Hey, let's see you solve the next one. Then you can make fun of me. Okay, so we need a 6 and we need a 3. So these are just the numbered doors, essentially. And we cannot move 9. Not use this number. Got it. So, yeah. Unary root of 6. I mean, we can just do 1, 2, 3. And then for 3, we need to get to 12. That is going to be 4. Well, we can't get to 12 actually, because it'll be more than 12. Which in that case, we need to get to 19, 21. Okay, so 8, 7 is 15, 6, 21. There are, oh, we need to use all the numbers. Got it. Well, 4 and 5 are 9, so it doesn't matter. We can just drop them in there. Okay, this is it, right? But nothing's happening. There are still 3 more indentations left empty. I imagine something will happen when they are all filled. Doesn't that seem likely? Yeah, so 4 and 5 are 9, so those are easy. The indentations on the desk. They have the numbers 1 through 4 written above them. There are symbols for a steering wheel, a cross, a weird circle, and some kind of waffle pattern engraved on here. Well, I've already put on the steering wheel, so... Next up, we have the cross. Okay, let's put the emblem of the cross.
Yeah, Junpei, something just showed up on the screen.
This puzzle sure looks like the last one.
Yeah, there are more of those red balls you can't move.
The numbers for each area are different too.
Yeah, it looks like it's got the same rules as the last one, though. Yeah, I'm sure you don't want to double check that. You sure you don't want to
I'll be fine. If I get confused, I can just look at the screen over, right? Anyway, like I said, picture's worth 1,000 words. Let's give it a shot. Isn't that a picture's worth 1,000 words? Hey, shut it. At least I'm trying, alright? Oh, Junpei's great. Okay. Ah, so we get less numbers to use. Got it. So we can't use one. Well, let's just drop a 7 here, then a 3 and a 6. So that's 7. Let's see if this works. That's 10, 9, 19 is 2. Fuck. Does that work?
That's awesome, Junpei.
Wait, what? That actually worked? 2, 8 is 10. Then... Did I miscount there? I think I miscounted there.
There's only 2 left now. You can do it.
So yeah, this is really easy. Code emblem next up? Alright, let's put the emblem of the secret code.
Damn, this puzzle looks a lot like the last one. Like I said, the rules are the same, though.
You think we should double check it? Also, whatever. Well, this is the 3rd time I've done this. That'll be fine. So this, if you can't think of anything clever, please don't strain yourself. You might hurt something. Shut up. Just give me a break, alright? Think of something. This is great. I love these 4. So we've lost the... Okay, so 7, 4, 5. That's that. Yeah. It's very straightforward. Excellent work, Junpei. You just pick one of the numbers, put it in there, then get a pair of numbers that adds up to 9. That works out. And then the remaining numbers must add up to what you have. You only got 1 left. And I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I see, said the blind man. Let's see what happens when I put the emblem into the coffin in this indentation. The emblem of the coffin.
There's the 4th one. This puzzle looks a lot like the last couple.
Hey, Devil's Blessing, hi! I saw you, subscribed. Yesterday, I believe. Great to have you, welcome. Welcome to the channel. I think this is probably the last one. Once we solve this puzzle, I'm sure something will happen. Alright, I'll solve this in no time. Okay, this is straightforward. Combination will not open the door. Damn it, I just don't get this at all. Right, we need at least 3 in each square, so how can we even do this? The rules are displayed on the screen. Maybe I should read it again. Screen showing me the ball puzzle and the instructions for it. When you touch a numbered area, the area will be selected, and it will turn blue to indicate this. Touching a numbered ball after selecting an area will cause that ball to move to the area. However, you cannot move the red balls. You can only move 3 to 5 balls into a single area. Okay. The digital root of the balls in the area must match. Well, I guess those are the rules. Let's try this again. Yes, I watched some Persona. You planning on branching out to the main line? Been lurking a bit. Streams of Persona. Yes. Oh, okay. You've been lurking a bit. Cool. I guess you aren't you then. Yes. 100% definitely planning into branching out. I am going to be playing Nocturne as soon as it comes out. As soon as the remaster comes out in the West, I'm going to be playing that. And then I'm definitely planning to play 5 once that comes out. I have actually played some actual non-Persona SMT before. Not on the channel, though. I've played Digital Devil Saga. That's, other than Persona, that's the only experience I have. I've played Persona 3, the majority of 4, as you've seen, and Digital Devil Saga. Okay. So, even if we just do this, we don't have enough balls to do this. Damn it, I just don't get this at all. Ball puzzle. When you touch a numbered area, the area will be selected. It will turn blue to indicate this. I've only played the first one. I haven't gotten around to play the second one yet because I've been quite busy. An area will cause the ball to move to that area. However, you cannot move the red balls. You can only move 3 to 5 balls into a single area. That's the number. Or ball, however you can... Yeah. Move it. Yeah, what? Unless we just leave 9 blank, right? Because 2, 7, that's 9. Then 4, 5, that's... You leave 9 empty? You do. Because it says it doesn't say that each area must have a certain number of balls. Yeah, of course. So yeah, it never specified that each number must have a certain number of balls. It says that only a certain number of balls can be moved into that area, and for the purposes of the nonary game, 9 and 0 are functionally identical. But if this is meant to simulate the deads, or the reds, I suppose, then this actually gives us some insight. Could we theoretically open the 9th door with no one just pulling the lever? Huh. It's a possibility. It's also fucking wild that Ace was able to, like, work through all of these puzzles in, like, the time it took me and Seven to walk, like, across the ship. Underneath the keyboard? Way to go, Junpei! You answered all the questions.
Damn, Junpei, good job.
Hey, did you hear something just now? Yes, I heard that as well. From the bottom left corner of the desk, I believe. No, right here. Aha, there it is. Something in the drawer.
A picture.
Yes.
What the?
Ace, the 9th man, the guy that was sort of dressed as Snake, and the captain. So yeah, Zero murdered this guy, then put these 2 guys in the nonary game, right? Manipulated Ace into murdering this guy, manipulated Ace into murdering this guy, and now is planning to somehow take his revenge on Ace. Interesting. So, assuming Santa is Zero, I guess, Ace killing Clover was, you know, all went against his plans and basically screwed up, his plans for the nonary game, and that's why he lost. But now, in this timeline, this is all going exactly how he planned.
What the hell is this?
This man with a mustache on the right. He's the same guy we found murdered in the captain's quarters.
Yup.
He had the Zero bracelet on his left arm. And the second man, with the glasses and a doctor's coat.
That's the 9th man.
He's the 9th man. The one with bracelet number 9. He died after he went into door 5. But this guy, the one in the striped suit?
It's Ace.
Oh man, that's Ace.
Yeah, I guess it is.
No doubt about it.
But what does it mean? What is Ace doing in this picture?
He was the mastermind behind the... Kinda dead here? Do you mean the chat? Yes, it is. It usually is, you know? It's, you know, small channel and all that.
Not only Ace, the 9th man and Cap, too. And they look happy, like they knew each other well.
Yup, and this is the guy that got killed instead of Snake.
Why? How?
Is it always this quiet? Not always. Usually, though. You know, every once in a while you'll have 1 or 2 people pop up, like Terra, or I'm sure you've seen... You know, if you've been lurking here, you've probably seen a couple of the other people who show up every once in a while. So, you know, it's really a gamble whether or not someone actually shows up in the chat. But, you know, sometimes it's active, sometimes it's not. Sometimes, you know, It really just depends on the day.
How in the world are these 4 men connected?
You say Ace is in that picture?
Yeah, it doesn't look like it was taken recently, though. Ace, the Ninth Man, and Cap all look about 10 years younger.
Ah, so the 9th man and the man you found murdered in the captain's quarters are also in the picture?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else? Or are there only 3 people in the picture? I'm afraid I can't see it.
Yeah, Tara can be a bit of a weirdo sometimes, definitely.
No, there's one more guy. He's got kinda long hair, he looks smart, but a little cold. He's the only one I don't recognize.
He's the guy that got murdered in the 3rd door.
What's the date of the photograph?
It doesn't have one.
Did you look on the back?
The back?
Yes, the reverse. The other side.
Huh. Praying for the success of the Nonary project. With Nijisaki, Kubota, and Musashido.
Right.
Then the 4 men in this picture were the organizers of the Nonary game 9 years ago.
Exactly.
That means Ace, the 9th man, and Cap were all responsible for making it happen. But I feel like I should be more shocked about this.
Yeah, but you've technically already learned about this, you know? Last Persona stream was pretty active, though, and had a solid viewer count, I noticed. Well, that's not exactly a positive. It was active, yes, but it was... The chat, I don't know if you actually saw the chat, like what they were actually doing in there, but it was wild, and like, yeah, a lot of people passed through, but not a single one decided to stay, probably because the chat was a bit intimidating. So I've been trying to get the chat a bit more, you know, under control.
It's almost as if that's just how things were always supposed to be. Why? Why am I not surprised?
Because you've already learned this information before, technically.
Ace was the one in charge of the Nonary project. But then why? Why am I so calm? It's like I already knew.
Ah, of course. I understand now.
I really like this, because it's like, we, as the player, play through all these various different timelines, and, you know, while Junpei doesn't remember, you know, what happens here, because he's never, you know, he's gone through here, we have, and we remember, and we are controlling Junpei's actions, so in a way, we as the player act as sort of Junpei's connection to the morphogenetic field that is this game. It's very cool, and a very cool way of basically bringing in how the game mechanics work into the game. It's a lot like how Undertale, you know, how the game mechanics are actually part of the story, you know? Like respawning and all that stuff. Some cursing here and there, but it was pretty alright, not gonna lie. Yeah, it's not that it was bad, it was just that it was bizarre, and I feel like to someone new watching, that might, you know, it might be a little bit off-putting, you know?
Ace was the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. He was the one who invented the game 9 years ago. He was Gentaro Hongo.
Ace is Hongo?
Yep.
I had my suspicions from the beginning. Their voices were similar. Too similar to be a coincidence. I could never forget his voice. It was the voice of the devil. I couldn't be sure, though. After all, I had no way to check. I certainly couldn't ask him.
Right.
Even if I had known, however, I would never have told you. Zero made it quite clear what would have happened if I did.
Right, because Zero wanted to make sure that everything in the game went exactly like he planned. From Ace murdering the 9th man, to murdering, long-haired guy. Everything. It's all gone down exactly how Zero planned.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea.
Huh?
I didn't know that Ace was Hongo.
Oh, yes. I suppose you wouldn't have. 9 years ago, you were in Building Q in Nevada, but Hongo was in the Gigantic with us.
So who was...
I know. That's why I didn't know what Hongo looked like. But why? Why didn't you tell me?
Ah, that's why Hongo was only worried about Snake, but what about Santa?
I mean, I'm your sister, right? You could have told me.
I'm sorry. I apologize for keeping this from you. But if I'd told you, Clover, You would have told everyone else.
Yeah, fair enough.
And if you did, then I would have been forced to tell them about what happened 9 years ago. I had to prevent that.
Hey, Junpei. You think I could borrow that picture for a sec?
Yeah, sure.
Hongo Kubota. Nijisaki Musashiro.
Oh, is he remembering? Yes! Okay, this is great. This is why we have 7 in our group. Because he was actually the fucking detective in charge of this case. Is this mainly a Persona channel? Are there any side channels? It's not a Persona channel. I mean, in fact, we've played a lot of other games. We've played, well, we're playing Danganronpa. We're playing 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors right now. We've played Lucius. We've played, Ace Attorney. It's just a general channel where me and my friends just stream playing games. As for side channels, not on YouTube. However, a couple of our friends like Owen, also known as Shaftcat, usually streams on Twitch on his own Twitch channel, and then he usually just posts the VODs here.
Hongo Kubota. Nijisaki Musashiro.
But yeah, this is great why 7 is here, because he was the detective presiding over this case, which means that he should be able to remember now.
Hongo Kubota Nijisaki Musashiro.
Hey, 7, do you...
Shut it! Just be quiet. I'm this close to remembering.
Yeah, and
close.
And if he remembers, this could be huge. Do you take game suggestions? Sure. What do you suggest?
Hongo Kubota Nijisaki Musashiro.
Can't promise anything because I've got a lot of games that I want to play, but you know, I'll definitely consider them. I'll look into it, and hey, it might happen earlier than you would think. I don't know.
Cradle Pharmaceuticals Nonary Project.
Just, you know, I have a list, and whenever I finish a game, I'll just look at the list and decide from that list which one I want to do. I don't have a particular order or anything.
Shit.
What?
He figured it out. There you go.
What's wrong?
Holy shit, this is nuts.
What's nuts?
I remember
Remember what?
everything.
Everything?
Okay, so tell us.
Yeah, I remember all of it. My memory's back. I remember what happened before I got snatched.
What?
Or you got snatched? Like, 0?
Let me tell you what
Or
happened.
9 years ago is what you mean, I'm guessing.
Like Snake said, Ace is Hongo. From
Right.
the right, the other 3 are Musashido, Nijisaki, and Kubota. Musashido was the man with the cash. Nijisaki was Hongo's right-hand man, and Kubota developed the actual technical details of the experiments.
Right.
How do you know all this?
Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition's really great, amazing story and gameplay too. I'll put it into consideration. I mean, I am gonna be playing fucking SMT3 with Dante in it, so you know, might be a good segue.
Come on, man, I told you, I finally got my memory back.
No, that's not what I mean. I'm trying to ask you why you knew all this stuff in the first place, before you forgot it.
You really want to know?
Of course.
Me too.
This is gonna take a while. Hell, it'll probably take me a good 3 days to tell you everything.
But we don't have 3 days.
Yeah, give us the summary
Give
version.
us the short version, all right?
Short version, huh? All right, fine. I'll give it a shot. No promises, though.
Right.
I'm a detective.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna be getting the DLC.
It's a little awkward to say this about myself, but you could probably consider me a lone wolf type. I hold to my own code, as I think doing what's right is more important than doing what you're told. That's why I
Based?
followed my gut that night. A slim lead brought me to the wharf. It was 9 years ago. The wharf had been cold as fuck, and I could barely see squat. I was investigating a mess of kidnappings, all of them children. It all had one thing in common. A history of visits to one particular hospital.
Right, and 16, but in reality there were
A
18.
hospital under the management of Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, I'll definitely keep it in mind.
My investigation had turned up evidence that Cradle had been involved in the kidnappings. After a little sweet talking, I managed to finally get a real lead from someone inside Cradle. My source told me this.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
Do I recognize that voice? I don't think so.
So I headed to the wharf. From the shadows, I searched the harbor until I found the ship he was talking about.
So this is what we've already learned.
There was a bunch of movement near it. Men in black suits, many of them were carrying large bags. The bags. There was something about the way they moved as they were carried.
This game is it's partly a visual novel and partly a puzzle game. So, if you look here, this is like all your different choices and how the branching storyline develops, right? And how, you know, all the different endings. Any parts that you see, in blue, they're visual novel bits, and any parts that you see in pink are, essentially, they're puzzle rooms. And then these are the endings. I've basically gotten pretty much every single ending other than this, which is like the true ending. That's what we're trying to do right now. It's pretty good. Very fun.
No doubt about it. There were human beings in those bags.
And you know, I will say, if you're considering getting this game, these are like pretty deep fucking spoilers.
I moved before I realized it. I came out of hiding with my gun already in my hand.
Don't move.
I felt metal touch the back of my head.
Yep.
Drop the gun. I could kill you right now. It'd be easy to get away with it, too. Just tie an anchor to your feet, and no one would find you for a week. That what you want? The fish here would love a meal.
He kept digging the cold metal thing into my skull.
So it's essentially a visual novel for puzzle type of game players. Yeah, essentially, you know, the gameplay is, you know, solving puzzles, and then, you know, as you solve the puzzles, you uncover the story and all that stuff, and, you know, it's pretty nice. I enjoy it.
There was nothing I could do. Did what he said and laid my gun on the ground. Then suddenly, there was a sharp pain in my neck. A needle. A drug? That was my last thought. My face hit cold concrete. I was out like a light after that.
Right, so this is what we learned, over here. And now we're learning it again over here. Nice.
I woke up on a hard floor. Damn it. Shit, my head hurts. I did a quick once-over of the room.
Got 5 visual novels in my backlog. This looks cool, though. Yeah, it was originally meant to be like a standalone game called 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors. But it turned out to actually be really popular and did really well. So it actually ended up getting 2 sequels. And it became like a full series.
Where am I?
Probably Spike Chunsoft's biggest series after Danganronpa.
A small, shabby bed, a dirty sink.
Right, this is the puzzle room from behind the, was it the second door? Yes.
A toilet with no privacy. I'd seen it countless times as a cop. I'm in a cell, huh? Facing the toilet was a door set into the wall. I was still pretty woozy, but I made my way over to it.
Right.
I pushed and pulled on it, but...
Nothing.
It won't open. Not like I expected much else. Would be dumb enough to put me in a cell and leave it unlocked. Threw myself against the door a few times, but it wouldn't budge. I knew it. I gave up and made my way back to the bed, and sat down.
Right.
Huh.
That's when you heard the voices.
I sat there for a very, very long time. Who knows how long. Then, I heard a faint voice.
Oh, so he found them when they were getting close to the 9th door. Interesting.
Far away. I couldn't understand what it was
I didn't
saying,
remember that much.
but I could hear one. It was pretty high. Probably a little kid. Huh?
Maybe fucking Santa? I mean, he does seem like a pretty loud guy. Don't really care about budget. It's from 2009. Spike's Danganronpa really amazed me, although the average gamer probably never heard of 999. Looks really cool. Yeah, Danganronpa is probably easily the most well-known thing, you know, that Spike Chunsoft just made. This is the series that they produced, you know, before Danganronpa. It came out before then.
No, it was several. I hear 5.
But yeah,
or 6, maybe more.
The budget definitely gets, like, yeah, this game is pretty low budget. I don't really mind. Like, the voice acting is fantastic. That's the one thing I do like about Spike Chunsoft. Their English dubs are, at least all the ones that I've heard, are fantastic, and this game is no different. I actually probably prefer the English. I've tried the Japanese voices as well. I probably prefer the English dub on this game, as well as Danganronpa. But yeah, definitely low budget. But yeah, the second and third game, the budget gets a massive upgrade.
Where are they coming from? I pressed my ear to the wall and tried to listen through it. No, that's not it.
Like, in this game, there's really only one character that I think has a kind of a spotty voice in English. It's, yeah, it's not great. But all the other ones are fantastic.
It's coming from under the bed? I hauled on the metal frame and flipped the thing over. And there it was. The bed had hidden an air vent under it. The hole in the wall was covered by a metal grate. I dropped flat on the floor and peered through the grate. I couldn't see shit, but I knew it in my gut. This was where those voices were coming from.
Ace kind of dropped the ball. Ace, what do you mean, Ace?
Hold up. Why are there kids here? But then what my inside man told me popped into my head.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
Whoa. Am I on that ship?
Do you mean the character Ace in this game, or something else? I'm not sure what you're referring to.
It didn't matter. All I knew was I had to get to those kids. I checked out the metal grate. Could I fit? I stuck my fingers in and grabbed it. And then... Yeah! How do you like that, you son of a bitch? I finally got the damn thing off. Sweat was dripping down my face, so I wiped it off and crawled inside.
Again, I'm not exactly sure what you're referring to. You mean the character, Ace? I'm not...
The first bit or so was tight.
I'm just not sure.
A wriggle on my belly. It wind up eventually, and there was space for me to crawl along on my hands and knees. I went from crawling like a worm in dirt to skittering like a bug. Couldn't say when I'd been in the thing long enough to start wondering where it'd take me.
Yeah,
A massive sound nearly scared the piss out of me. It was like a heavy metal door had just been slammed shut.
Yeah, I guess you could say that Ace has can be a bit spotty at times, but honestly, I never really had a problem with Ace. Like, yeah, sure, I can understand why someone would find it spotty, but honestly, I felt like it was fine. Like it conveyed his character well, honestly.
Then there was a voice.
Like, it was mostly like his cadence more than anything that is slightly weird. I don't know if the voice actor might be like foreign or something. Because that's the main thing that I would say about Ace's voice, is the cadence is weird. Like, the rhythm with which he speaks. Oh, the incinerator! Oh, that makes sense! So the vent from the cells connect to the incineration room. That's the 9th door that they found. Okay.
What? I wasn't sure what it meant, but anything with incinerator is bad news.
Right.
And almost as if that was a cue, I heard a mess of young-sounding voices. A bunch of them were straight up screaming in terror. And all the sounds together made a howl that made the hair on my neck stand straight up.
Let's go, Super Detective 7.
What the hell is going on here? I scrambled through the duct as fast as I could. I made a giant racket, but I didn't care at that point. I soon found a metal door on the left side of the duct. The kids were screaming on the other side. I found it. I yanked the handle and threw the door open. I almost ripped the metal off its hinges. What the hell is this place? I couldn't believe what I saw.
So he came out in the incinerator room, right? I remember the fire hoses. Cool. So that's where the vent leads. Interesting. Very nice. I like how all the different... Yeah, I like how, like, this path and this path are sort of coming together here. Very cool.
The room had a dome up top, and there had to be about 9 walls, all the same size. Up in the ceiling was an upside-down funnel, almost like a chimney.
Right.
I looked down. There they were. The kids I'd been searching for.
Oh, that is concerning. That is horribly concerning, but I recognize the other ones. We have, Santa, obviously. Distinguishable by his white hair and his sort of blue color scheme, I guess. Blue-black color scheme, I should say. That is one of Lotus's daughters. Clearly looks like her. And, you know, she's, you know, she definitely looks like Lotus. This is clearly Snake. He has the same colored hair and it's, you know, slightly messy. I'm not sure if he was blind by then or not. He may have been, though, but I'm not sure. And then that is extremely concerning, because that looks exactly like Akane that we remember. So maybe it is her. Oh God. This is concerning. This is very concerning. Oh fuck. Oh God. Oh fuck.
They all gawked up at me, suddenly silent, for the moment, from surprise and fear. Scared of the room or me, I couldn't tell. Probably both, actually. Not like I can blame them running into a mug like this when they're already scared shitless. I snorted at my own dig at myself and turned to the kids. Don't worry, kids, I'm not your enemy. I'm one of the good guys. All of them stood there, frozen. Well, except one. He was a boy, slightly older than the others, in a private school uniform.
That's, Santa. He even has the same, like, basic facial structure and expression.
Who the hell are you?
He stepped forward and glared at me suspiciously. I'm a detective. I'm here to rescue you. It looked like they relaxed some the second I got the words out.
I wouldn't say rescue, considering you got kidnapped yourself, my man.
How are you gonna help us?
Where's the exit?
Yeah, that's clearly also, you know, Santa's voice actor.
There isn't one. The doors we came in through won't open, and the door over there...
He kind of cut himself off. I think he was considering something before he changed his mind.
Anyway, there's no point. We can't all get out of here. If we don't get out of here, we're gonna be burned to death.
Burned to death?
Can't you hear it? That voice said the incinerator's gonna start up soon. So...
How much time do they got?
The voice spoke again.
Incineration will begin in 15 minutes.
Okay, that's plenty of time. You should be able to get them out through the air vent, right?
They only had 15 minutes. I looked back down at the kids. Looks like a good 20 or 30 feet to the floor. No way I could pull them up. Too big of a distance for any of us to reach.
I mean, maybe if they, like, used each other, like, you know.
What the hell was I gonna do? But then I got an idea. Wait right there. I'm gonna be right back.
What?
The bed sheets?
Where is he going? Are you just gonna leave us here?
That's supposed to be Snake's voice? Holy shit! The man got hit by puberty like a truck!
They just got frightened again. I'm not the best at that kind of thing, but I tried to reassure them with a smile. Don't worry, all right? I'll be back, I promise. So just stay calm and wait right there. Got it?
Yeah, 15 minutes, plenty of time.
Respond. There wasn't time.
Because, yeah, he heard 18 when he first crawled into the vent, meaning that roughly 3-ish minutes to get to and back to his room. So he should be back with 9 minutes to spare.
I had to hurry. Well, as fast as a guy could on his hands and knees. Didn't take me long to get back to my cell. Still no way out of there, but I had a plan. I needed something from the room. When I got it, I dove back into the hole and took off towards the incinerator. Then... Sorry to keep you waiting, guys. I tipped out the doorway and dropped down the rope I brought with me. Back in the cell, I'd torn the bed sheets into strips and tied them together to make a rope. It was sloppy, but it got the job done. All right, just tie that around yourself, okay? I'll pull you up one at a time.
Glad we're finally getting what actually happened after he showed up.
Right.
Huh. Wait a sec. Something was off. There were more of you before. Where'd the rest of you go? The boy in the uniform answered.
I let them go on ahead. We opened the number 9 door and they left.
What? You're telling me you opened that door?
That's what I said.
Then what the hell are you doing here?
We couldn't go with them.
Why not?
Because that's the no-nowy guy.
Look, the only people who can go through the numbered door.
He was in the middle of explaining when...
Okay, so maybe that wasn't Snake who shouted and like...
Incineration will begin in...
So right, if there were more people there, that maybe it wasn't... that wasn't Snake.
5 minutes.
The wall shook a bit from the voice bouncing around.
Look, that can wait, all right? Just get us out of here.
Right! I grabbed onto the rope. The first one I pulled up was a girl with a ponytail. Next was a girl with a red necktie. The boy in the jacket came after. He said he'd climb up on his own. The boy in the uniform was the last up. Like the other kid, he climbed up the rope himself. He looked pretty scrawny, but I guess he was stronger than he looked.
Yep.
He moved fast, but when he was almost to me, we heard some knocking. Everyone looked at the door. It had a thick, square window set into it. On the other side, an angry face was staring in.
God damn it! What's going on here?
Ho ho ho! That's him!
Why is the room empty? Where the hell are those fucking kids?
The door opened, and a man stepped in looking half mad with fury. I recognized his face. I saw him many times in photos during my investigation.
Hongo.
The man's name was Gintaro Hongo, the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Hongo saw the boy hanging from the rope. Yeah! It was like he was an animal. He lunged for the rope. Hurry!
I know!
The boy in the uniform booked it up the rope.
You son of a bitch! Get back here, you little shit!
15 feet. 10. The second I could reach the kid, I grabbed him. I hauled him up and tossed him into the duct behind me.
No!
Okay, yeah, that one was very spotty.
Hongo had lost it.
His voice is not great whenever he's angry. Whenever he's like really calm and like nice, his voice is perfect, but it really, yeah, the angry voice is not great.
His face didn't even look human. It was like the bastard pulled off his fake face. He was really a terrifying devil or some kind of damn monster. I quickly reeled in the rope, leaving a furious Hongo yelling at me from the floor.
You fucking bastard! You won't get away with this! How dare you compromise this experiment!
Experiment? What experiment?
Incineration will begin in...
So he did manage to get Akane out, so how did she die?
1 minute.
Hey, old man! What the hell are you doing? Hurry up!
The boy in the uniform was trying to get my attention. I may have thrown a salute in the raging asshole's face before I closed the door behind me.
It's a blessing that Ace didn't remember and murder you, holy shit!
No point to going back to the cell, so we went down the other direction instead. After about 30 feet, we came across another duct on the left. This one was heading down. Everybody nodded and took turns sliding down it. The duct emptied us out into a narrow hallway. There was a door on either side. The one on the left was a normal double door. but the one on the right was familiar.
Right, that's the dead.
It had black and yellow stripes, and a device next to it on the wall. A plate on it read, Incinerator. Incinerator?
That's the... Right, so they got past the 9th door.
Yeah, that's where we were.
Yeah, that does sound like Akane's voice actress.
It was the girl with the red tie who answered me. We were inside an incinerator?
Yeah, Hongo might still be there. It looks like it's been shut off, though.
Yep, that's definitely her voice.
What? If he's still in there...
Yeah, that's not good.
That meant we'd better... We gotta get out of here. Go to the other door, hurry! The kids started running, and I was close on their heels. On the other side of the door was a large spiral staircase.
Okay.
Run! Didn't need to tell them twice. We went up and up and up. Our feet pounded the steps, our arms pumping fast.
See, this is why when you're setting up a death game, you really gotta make sure your maintenance is up to date. If the fucking prisoner can just rip off the fucking air vent grate, what's the point? Like, hire a fucking mechanic, you know, go around, make sure everything is in working order. You don't skimp out on a killing game, people. Monokuma would be so disappointed.
Round and round, like the devil was on our tail. The stairway kept going. We passed a couple of landings when the boy in the uniform suddenly spoke.
Well, looks like Snake was blind back then. Got it.
Something's up. Akane's not catching up to us.
Akane?
My kid sister. The girl with the red necktie.
Akane. That's strange.
Oh, okay, so I thought the siblings were split up so that one sibling was in one location, one sibling was in the other, but I guess not. I guess this guy and Akane are siblings. Interesting. So, if that's the case, then... What? What?
I didn't remember seeing that name on the list of missing kids.
Right.
Hey! Akane!
He kept his hands around his mouth and yelled.
Maybe we outran her.
So Akane is Santa's sister, but she died. But she's here, and neither of them recognize each other, apparently.
The boy in the uniform skidded to a stop. I stopped too, and so did the other two kids. When did we do that?
Well, we passed a couple big rooms on the way here. Maybe she took a rest in one of them?
No, that's impossible.
Sorry, Grandpa. You keep going. I gotta go look for her downstairs.
He turned to go.
Hey, kid, wait! God damn it, I said wait!
I don't think the kid even heard me.
Yeah.
Fuck! I spun around to the boy in the jacket and the girl with the ponytail.
I'm going after him. You two keep going, all right? You got it?
The girl nodded and ran up the stairs. But the boy...
I'm going with you.
Okay, so that was not Snake's voice. Got it. Okay, makes sense.
I didn't have time to argue. I just nodded and took off down the stairs. I could hear it. We ran all the way to the bottom floor, calling for her. Akane was nowhere to be found.
God damn it, where the hell did she go?
I could tell the kid was frustrated. And then suddenly...
Help me! Somebody help me!
We heard a girl's voice.
Akane!
The boy in the uniform threw open the door and leapt into the hallway by the incinerator. We rushed in after him. I couldn't for the life of me believe what we were seeing. That bastard Hongo had Akane by the arm and was forcing her into the incinerator.
Come on, goddammit, move!
No, I don't want to! Let me go, please! Let go of me!
She planted her feet squarely on the floor and was struggling to get away. But Hongo was bigger and stronger.
Right.
She wasn't gonna win.
Akane!
My brother roared with anger and charged toward Hongo.
Help me!
Ah! You're too late, idiot!
Hongo lifted Akane bodily into the air and threw her. Still fighting
Just-
the incinerator.
Yeet!
Before we could even blink, Hongo had leapt through the door after her. We saw him land inside. And then, the door slammed shut, We ran to the door. We did everything we could think of to get the thing open. But
Ah! Fuck! It's no use! The goddamn thing won't move an inch!
So hopefully Snake will be able to, fill us in on some of the other details here.
he started slamming his fists against the door. He was close to shattering his knuckles with how hard he pounded on it.
Akane! Akane! Are you okay?
You came back!
Her voice was muffled, but all of us could hear the sheer terror in it.
What should I do? I think I'm trapped in here.
Yeah, the fact that they're using the cringy-ass Junpei nickname means it definitely has the same girl.
Where's Hongo?
He went out the other door.
What?
Warning. Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Automatic incineration will take place in 18 minutes.
Well,
Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged.
Are you fucking kidding me? It's the same damn thing!
Are you there?
Yeah, we're here. Just hang on, alright? We're gonna figure out a way to save you.
His words would have seemed like a sick joke to her if she'd been able to see how white and bloodless his face was right then.
yeah, you can't open the numbered doors from the other side, though. And you can't, you don't have a way to get back into the air vents.
Incineration will begin in 17.
Please help me. I'm really scared. I don't want to die, please. I don't want to die.
It's gonna be alright. I'll figure something out. I promise. I promise, okay? You hear me? I promise.
It was torture listening to her sobbing on the other side of the door. Her brother was nearly crying himself. He could only stand there, fists clenched so tight his knuckles were white.
Huh. And we're back here.
What happened then?
Oh god, there's so much to unpack there. Okay, so if that Akane is our Akane, that means that she is Santa's sister. She died. Santa is trying to get revenge for her, by, killing Ace. But the question is, who is our Akane? Does Santa know that they are supposedly the same person? Or that, that she lived? Or something? Because, after all, he did give her the 9th bracelet so that they would, regardless of the situation, they would always have to be, they would always have to be in the same, in the same room, no matter what. No matter what the arrangement was, so. Interesting.
Come on, man. Put yourself in my shoes. It doesn't end good.
Then...
Yeah. Shit. If I'd known it was gonna be like this, I almost wish I hadn't remembered.
Hey, are you sure?
Huh?
Look, I don't want to ask this either, but there's something I don't get. So if you could just tell me, did that girl, Akane, really...
Yeah, I'm sure. There wasn't anything we could do. After a while, the countdown ended, and we heard something... burning. The fire stopped, but we still didn't move. Me and the jacket kid were frozen. The boy in the uniform collapsed as if he couldn't hold himself up anymore.
Then who is this Akane? And it, if it was the same Akane, then it makes sense why her and Santa, why Santa seems very protective of her and why they always go, he gave her the 9th bracelet, but what the fuck?
A few minutes passed. The door opened. The boy in the uniform tripped over his own feet running in. We followed, too numb to speak. The air in the incinerator was hot. Every breath made my lungs feel like they were on fire. It was like standing on hot asphalt. The air was wavering, and in the middle of the room, there it lay. The kid's legs were shaking so bad, I don't know how he managed to walk. I couldn't see his face, but his body somehow looked empty. Finally, he reached it. He fell to his knees as his legs gave out on him. And then...
Can I ask you one more thing?
Jesus Christ.
The girl, Akane. What was her last name?
What does it matter to you?
Just tell me, okay? Please?
Kurashiki. Her name was Akane Kurashiki. You were there that day, weren't you? The tall kid in the jacket. That was you, wasn't it?
How is she... She is... Is she a... Okay, there's two possibilities, really. There are two possibilities. She died or she lived. Okay, why am I overcomplicating this? All right, one at a time, people. Okay, if she died, then whoever this Akane is must be some kind of imposter. A Mogus. But... the issue with that is that this Akane seemed to, for some reason, have the original Akane's memories. I mean, she remembered our time in elementary school taking care of, like, chickens or something. I don't remember. So, I mean, I suppose through morphogenetic fields that might be possible, but really that leads more credence to the possibility that Akane is actually alive, and this is Akane, and that was sort of a... You know, she wasn't actually killed, she was swapped out for somebody else, and that person was killed. Kinda like how Snake was killed through the third door, when in reality it was long-haired guy. The thing is, if Akane wasn't killed, then that kind of takes away Santa's whole motive for doing this entire thing, and it, you know, wouldn't he recognize her? I mean, after all, he should be able to recognize her, assuming she is. So the fact that Santa doesn't seem to recognize her leads credence to the fact that it is a different person, but at the same time, even if Santa might not explicitly recognize her, maybe he actually does, and they're working together or something, because he clearly gave her the 9th bracelet so that they would always be together no matter what door they went through, and clearly making her the most vital part of this entire killing game. Therefore, you know, and the fact that he seems overly protective of her at all times, it's... Oh, the facts point in 5 different directions all at once! What the fuck? Story is way deeper and sadder than I thought. Yeah, it's great. Okay. I genuinely don't have enough information to determine... I mean, the fact that she has Akane's memories points to the fact that she survived, but then again, that's possible through the morphogenetic field theory. And if it is not Akane, then a lot of Santa's actions don't really make sense? Because, unless she survived and Santa and her are working together to set up this killing game to take down Ace? It's a possibility. They're both 0. Because 9 and 0 are, well, the same number. In this game, essentially. Yeah, I would imagine you're lost, considering you've missed out on, like, this entire story and you're tuning in right here. So that's probably to be expected.
Yes, it was. You are correct, Detective. Don't misunderstand me. I told you before how Zero threatened me. There was nothing I could do. I couldn't say anything about what happened 9 years ago.
So you're saying you're not working for Zero, right?
Of course not.
Clover, what about you?
Hey, come on! You really think I'm working with Zero? I told you before, you idiot! I was in Nevada, in Building Q. I did hear that a detective rescued the kids on the boat, but I didn't know it was you.
Well, I guess I believe you.
Santa's Junpei in disguise. I mean... I don't know if you said that randomly, but that is actually a, kind of a, something that actually does happen in the game. In, this ending? Like, I think right here? Yeah. Which is kind of... Actually, no, it happens right here. Which is kind of fucking weird.
Alright, let me ask you another question. Santa's real name is Aoi Kurashiki. He's Akane's brother. You know that?
No, I didn't. Did you?
But the thing is, we knew Akane from childhood, so how did we not know that she had a brother?
Well, yes. I know Aoi Kurashiki was her brother, but I didn't know he was Santa. At least not from the beginning.
But you figured it out.
9 years ago, he was in the middle of puberty. His voice is entirely different now. I'm ashamed to say that even my exceptional hearing wasn't able to make that connection. As such, I had no reason to think Santa was Aoi.
Yeah. It's,
When did you figure it out?
Clover told me that Santa might have been one of the subjects of the initial experiment.
Right.
It was only a short while ago, while we were leaving the library.
Yeah, that actually does happen. I mean, not really. Santa wasn't Junpei in disguise, but more so Junpei claimed that he was Santa in disguise of Junpei. It was a weird situation.
When she told me that, I had a feeling.
Santa is Aoi? Akane Kurashiki, Jun's brother?
There's still a lot we don't know. I mean, like, a lot.
Right.
But there is one thing I think we can say we know.
Would you like to reveal what you know?
What's that?
Because everyone has. You're the only one who hasn't.
The body we found in the shower room. It had to be Nijisaki, dressed up to look like Snake.
All right, there we go.
What?
Come on, man. What kind of detective are you? You didn't figure that out already?
Hey, go easy on me, man. I just got my memory back, alright? Cut me some slack.
Yeah, I love murder mystery games as well. I play way too many of them. I would also like to say I'm pretty good at them.
Well, if he is, the 3 murders make sense then, don't they?
I've played both of the first 2 Ace Attorney games on the channel, and you know those were very fun.
That's right. Murder. Kubota blew himself up, but that was murder too. So why did these murders take place?
If Junpei is correct, and the body in the shower room was Nijisaki's, that means all of the people who were murdered were involved with the creation of the Nonary Project.
It was all, you know, revenge.
Kubota, the person who conducted the actual experiments. Nijisaki, Hongo's assistant. Musashido, the man who financed the project.
You mean this was all just revenge?
Yep.
Santa is Zero. He's getting revenge for the death of his sister.
Who is somehow still alive.
That's why he killed them.
No, I don't think Santa actually murdered anyone.
No. Ace killed them.
If I'm right, then it's not hard to figure out who the next victim's gonna be, is it?
Ace. Although, I mean, he made Ace kill the 9th man, and he made Ace kill Nijisika, or whatever the fuck. So did Zero just kill the the captain himself, or what happened there?
I'm pretty sure I don't have to tell you.
Yes.
Yep.
Right.
The next target will be Gentaro Hongo.
Right, he left him for last.
The person who planned the Nonary Project.
In other words, Ace.
Yep.
What? What the hell's going on here?
But yeah, I definitely play a lot of murder mystery games. I think, out of all the games I've played on this channel, including currently ongoing series, Persona 4, 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors, Ace Attorney 2, I mean, I'm not technically playing Danganronpa. I've already played Danganronpa. Bryce is playing Danganronpa. I'm just there for the ride. and Murdered Soul Suspect. Yeah, 5 out of the like 7 games that I've played on this channel are like murder mysteries.
It must be 6 a.m. Our time is up.
Yep.
Shit! Come on, we need to get out of here.
How?
There's the key card.
I'm betting this sucker opens the exit.
What astrological symbol is that?
On, let's go.
Journal has been added to the file screen. Alright. Keycard 0. Okay, it's just 0. Cool. Isn't just a blank circle the symbol for Earth? It might be. Not entirely sure. I don't know my astrological symbols. Yeah, let's just swipe this card. Hey, Junpei, look! It's unlocked!
Yeah, now we can go back to the library.
Hurry up, Junpei. We don't have time. Let's go. Alright, let's go. And that's that room completed. Cool. So yeah, I'm probably gonna be ending it here.
Huh. I think the shaking stopped.
Okay. I mean, technically we've already gone through a 9th door, so maybe the flooding doesn't affect us anymore. We just needed to go through the first set of 9 doors in order to, you know, escape the flooding. Alright, so yeah, there's that. We are here. That puts us about halfway to the final ending. And I'm gonna be ending it here, because I, you know, can't be doing this for much longer. I suppose we'll be having an 11th episode, you know, next week. Yeah. Let me just save this. So yeah, those of you who are here, I'm pretty sure it's just, Devil's Blessing right now. Thanks for being here. Definitely, appreciate the company. And you know, if, you know, anyone else is here, if you're new, subscribe so you get notified the next time we go live. You can also join our Discord to, you know, because that's a better way to get notified than YouTube notifications, because they never work. And yeah, you know, drop a like, all that good stuff, and yeah, I'll be playing this game once again next Saturday. So yeah, that will be it for today, and see you guys next week. Later.